muted.
We would be muted that entire time.
Let's try that again.
What's up, y'all?
Oh, I didn't do it. You didn't do it with me, dude. All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? This is another episode of UFO Garage.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Joe, and this is where we talk about, obviously, UFOs, aliens, and all things weird. What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing out in the chat room universe?
We're good. We're doing good.
You're doing good. Good. It's good to know you guys are all doing good.
Is that your beer?
It's my beer right here. Yeah. How are you, Mr. Benjamin?
Mr. Benjamin. Man, I'm glad it's Friday Junior. I'll tell you that much.
Friday Junior.
Friday Junior.
It is definitely Friday Junior.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
The week is long for all of us, but you know what's fun is to gather on a Thursday night, dude, and talk about aliens.
Dude, I get so thirsty on Thursdays.
And all the fun stuff we think about, you know? I like it.
I like it too. I like it too.
I like it a lot.
It's nice to be able to quench your thirst on a day that you're especially thirsty.
Oh, it's like quenching your thirst with maybe a glass of wine or a beer, but also quenching your thirst of like the thoughts that come to you when you're just about to go to sleep, or when you're doing your favorite thing, or you kind of lose track. Maybe you're driving and you start thinking of all this cool stuff. Maybe you're in traffic and you start thinking of like, where do we come from? Why are we here?
What is that smell?
What is that? I can't think of another one. Why do men have nipples?
Who are you and why are you in my bed?
Who are you? Why aren't pillows bigger? Why isn't it just one thing? A mattress and a pillow should just be one thing.
It should be one thing. It should be built in.
Yeah.
But I will go ahead and just counter argument that right now. Like when I'm sleeping, dude, I move my pillow sideways, I hug it, and then I throw it like up on the wall, and then I lay my head on it, and then I roll over and I grab it, and I kind of like roll over on top of it sometimes, and then I lay it like just flat under my head.
Why is this sounding so sexual?
Well, it's just how it is, dude. It's how it is. I'm very thorough with everything that I do.
Like lay it down and then
I'm as thorough about sleep as I am about sex.
You like have a little tiny bottle of oil.
Just put it on my pillow before I go to sleep at night. It's what keeps my beard shiny, dude.
Yeah, dude. I love it.
What's up, Big Willie?
Big Willie. Hey, dude, we did give him we gave him the Big Willie is a moderator now. This is the first time. I didn't know how to do this until yesterday. Dave Scott told me how to do it. So thanks for he's a teacher.
Tammy, that's a great idea. Ben,
UFO
erotica? I think we could make a really good UFO erotica like book.
Wait,
maybe a video.
Yeah. Maybe a graphic novel.
A very graphic novel.
Wait, it's not between us.
Oh, no.
We would make it. We wouldn't be a part of it. That would be weird.
We would be the creator, right?
We would create it.
We would hire people to make the UFO erotica.
Yeah, William, that's the title. It's He Pillowed It So Hard. Hard.
Dude.
No. Greg, what's up, dude? Space Kyle. Hey, yo.
A how-to cartoon. It'd be funny. A how-to cartoon of UFO erotica.
Yes. 509. Yes, you could be the designated bong loader, dude.
Yeah, dude. We're going to need one of those. I'm telling you, when this thing blows up, it gets big, and we take it on tour around coffee shops around America, it's going to be huge. I already know it. We're going to need a designated bong loader.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But
awesome.
Hey, 509, you're always stoned. So are we going to be able to count on you to remember to load the bowls for us?
We're going to need a lot of sticky notes. But also you can use sticky notes for papers. Like you can put your weed in it.
Because then you don't even have to lick it, dude. It's already sticky.
Oh, dude. Why are people not using that? Are those are probably toxic. All right.
It would be considered cheating.
by standards.
Yeah, by standard.
By
I mean,
standards.
it's already sticky. You just have to lick it.
Right.
Unless you're using like backwoods.
Yeah.
And then you got to really make them hoes stick.
Dude, I've tried it. I've cigarillos, with the white owl or whatever,
Yeah.
the Swisher Sweets. It's not easy. Like, it
Bro,
looks
they're
so.
pronounced Swisher Sweets.
Oh, damn! Thanks,
You
dude.
said it with an R, bro.
I said Swisher Sweets, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's hard to say. Anyway, that was a long time ago. I've gotten on. It's been a while. I tried it once. I wasn't very good at it. Anyway,
Take some practice.
Guys, we've got a hell of a guest tonight. And we've got, this is the I guess last week we had a listener. The week before we had a listener. This is our third week in a row to have a listener.
Yeah.
And I'm so stoked, man.
I like it.
And dude, I like it too because, dude, we had some heavy hitters that are in the circuit for the first part of the month or the month before. And now, we just want to talk to people that also listen to our show, that have great ideas, that reach out to us. And dude, this is one of those fellows. His name is Trevor, and he's a dope dude. So you guys welcome Trevor. Trevor, welcome to the stream. Let me know if you're there and I'll add you. Because I think he's, there we go.
There he is.
Say what's up, man. Oh, I think
Are
he's
you muted?
muted. I think
you might be muted, dude. There's a little bit of a lag, so we're gonna try and work through that. But either way, I mean, we get it. It's gonna be dope.
Oh, not yet.
Nope, not yet. Oh, okay. Now it's muted.
Unmute. I'm gonna try to. Can't unmute your guest because they chose to. Okay.
Did I hear something? I thought I heard something.
That was me swallowing.
That was you. No, nothing.
Dang it.
I promise, guys. We just did this a second ago.
Yeah, we were just out there.
You know how the show goes. The beginning's always the most difficult.
All right, let's try this again. Hey, Trevor, I'm going to ask you to back out, close the window, and click on that link again, and we'll try it again. Cool? All right, tight. So we're just waiting for Trevor. There we go. The rocket ship is still full of repellent.
Repellent.
It's mosquito repellent. There's a lot of bugs in space. Not a lot of people know that.
What did you say? Everybody say it. That's what she said, Ben.
I have no idea.
Can you hear me?
There we go, baby.
Nice. I had to tweak it a little bit.
Hell yeah.
You know how oxes be.
Perfect, dude. Hey, well, Trevor, what's up, man? Introduce yourself a little bit. Everybody's saying what's up to you.
I guess I'm Trevor. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and we're about to talk about some dope stuff. You guys want to pick up on what we were talking about before?
Let's do it, dude.
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
You said some pretty cool stuff. I was like, we got to talk about that. So yeah, pick it up where we left off, man.
All right. So yeah, no one really talks about how weird it is to be human and the experiences we have, basically. You know what I mean?
Dang it. We lost you. We lost you for a second.
We caught the important part. Yeah. The gist of it is just how strange it is to be a human and we never think about it, right? I mean, we obviously think about the regular stuff like, hey, who are we? What are we doing? Why do we exist? Why do we live on this little rock flying through space, right? But when you break it down into smaller levels, it just gets crazy.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? No one really, I guess everyone takes it for granted, as you could say. No one really actually realizes how awesome it is. Being able to experience a tree and the seasons changing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, though, basically.
Yeah, dude, you said something about
the experience of emotion and thought.
Yeah, well, emotion and thought, man. That we could talk about that for days. If you were trying to explain what being a human is like to maybe a piece of cardboard, how far would you get? It's impossible.
Yeah, that's very true.
You said something about the ants that we see that build these mounds, these colonies. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. We do our day-to-day thing, and that's even kind of weird how we have set we tell ourselves about schedules and stuff like that, and we stick to these day-to-day routines and stuff we do all the time. But in reality, you really could just say, you know what, I might just go to the beach, or I could just go here, or I could do this. But it's like, you have like those attachments to things that keep you bound to like that little play you're in, kind of.
Dude.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, it's like a big game that we're all
But
playing.
yeah, my bad. But back to the ant thing. Yeah, like the weird stuff we do set aside, when you actually stop and watch nature and like what animals do and stuff, it's crazy, like bugs at the smallest degree, and you got like elephants and gorillas at the big pack, and they're huge, and you watch them and they have like little families and do all kind of crazy stuff.
And they don't have to pay taxes, right? Like they just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, they
hang
just be
out.
chilling.
They're
It's
doing
kind of
just fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like chilling with someone who doesn't really, speak the same language as you, but they still kind of communicate. So it's crazy.
Oh, that's a really good point.
Yeah, yeah, and if you break it down, dude, it like kind of makes you wonder, like, there's been studies that say, like, yeah, plants like can definitely communicate. They even communicate with you, and like they have feelings and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff, dude. And like, obviously we see animals and we think like, oh, you have a little bit like more compassion to them. I guess, I don't know, maybe they seem more conscious, right? But when you start looking at just like nature in general, you realize that there's definitely an awesome like communication slash order going along. Like there's this huge cooperation in nature that's taking place, and we only view that as like a human trait, I guess you could say. And I don't know why we do that, because we can't cooperate at all. Like nature does way better at communicating and cooperating than we do as humans.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they got their order and it's been working for centuries. Like you never see them, like, of course they murk each other sometimes. That's just nature, I guess.
Yep. Yep.
That's just how it
Definitely.
is, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it is crazy how all of them have so many communities going on around each other, and they all work in sync. Like you would think, but it all seems so in order.
Dude,
Yeah.
you made me think of this show, this movie on Netflix that I watched. It's a new animated film. It's set in Colombia. Not Colombia. Sorry. Oh my gosh. It has it's an animated film that is in, what's the country? Cuba. It's in Cuba.
Hmm.
And they make their way to the Everglades in Florida, and there's this crazy like the Everglades in Florida are insane. Like there's huge snakes and birds and fish and turtles there, and they all just, like, I don't know, like just like it's
Oh,
the
they got
most
them gators.
It
wild,
is
yeah,
crazy.
gators, the most wild place on earth. But like somehow there's a balance, even though there's all these like new introduced species. Like, yes, there's probably going to be some things that are going to go extinct at a certain point, but like no one's voting on anything. Like they're the ones that are on top, it's like survival of the fittest. It's one of those things. Like, I guess being a human, we don't really have to worry about survival of the fittest, but then we create our own survival of the fittest in
Yeah,
a
we have
way.
our own retarded hierarchy
Yeah,
Like
that we follow.
an
it's almost like
imaginary one.
nature kind of works off like go ahead.
So I think it was one of those moments where it was a lag there. So go ahead, dude.
Oh, my bad. But yeah, it's like in nature, it's not really survival of the strongest, but it's like as long as you're not the weakest, you're good.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and but like as a human, you can be the weakest if you're smart, right? Or you're
Yeah.
creative, or something like that. Like as a human, we don't have to have the biggest wings or the most colorful feathers. Like it's crazy, like how different, like how the same but also different like animals are to us. And I guess that's why we classify ourselves as like intelligent species, right? Because it's not really like this dominance factor of like survival of the fittest or like strongest, right? Because now
So
like we're so creative and we use our brains a lot more.
yeah, true. Uh, so do you think animals have like an ego? Do you think they think like that, or do you think they just kind of go off instinct, or is ego instinct?
Who is the ego
instinct at the
instinct?
same time. You know what I mean?
That's a good question.
Huh.
Whoa. Okay. So yeah, dude.
So would you have to master your instinct to master ego, right? It's kind of like it's almost like animalistic in a way if you think about it.
Definitely
It's-
is.
The way they just attack in different ways. You know how like you ever heard of a mantis shrimp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, they boil water around the thing that they hit. That's how hard they hit and how fast. That's insane.
Yeah, dude. They punch so damn hard, dude. They boil the freaking water, man.
Yes, man. Yeah. Dude, I think
That's what I'm saying. They're like real life superheroes.
hell yeah they are, man. They're, like animals are like superheroes, like in a weird way, dude. I mean, you think about it, bats have like echolocation. Like flies can see all around them and they fly, you know what I'm saying? Like the mantis shrimp is boiling water. I mean, animals do incredible things.
Yeah,
And
and then
like
go ahead.
yeah, and we as humans, I mean, we just take shits all day. They end up in a river somewhere. Like, you know, I mean, we invented the internet, but still, you know.
But what's so crazy is like if you look in history and like ancient times, like I'm talking about like back when like the pyramids was made and like you got all the Greek statues and the statues and the buildings in India that look crazy. And you're like, holy crap. Like you ever heard of the Ramanas?
No, what?
Oh, the Brahmanas are like this Indian scripture that was like, I think it was like 500 BC. You might have to not quote me on that, but it's somewhere around there. And it's this ancient book, and they talk about these. It almost looks like a UFO kind of, but they're like temples that fly, like whole cities.
Oh,
And in
Vimanas. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got it. I thought you
And
said
they,
Vimanas. Got it. Keep going.
Do you ever think they built some of those actually? Because they had like such specific details on how to make them and construct them and stuff like that.
Dude, have you seen the diagrams? Have you seen the diagrams?
Yeah, they're pretty interesting. Like a whole flying temple, right? I mean,
And
like,
it's crazy they were thinking but back to like the buildings and stuff, even the detail and how they craft it. You know what I mean? How many of our things would be like standing for that amount of time? I don't think we'd build anything that would last that long anymore.
Dude, yeah. Well, I mean, if we're talking about like stone structures, I mean, we're talking about Vimanas. First off, do we think Vimanas were those drawings, those schematics? Do you think those were interpretations by a later civilization that took something that was talked about maybe in the Bible, or do we know? Or not Bible, sorry, the Quran. Sorry, that might be wrong too. Sorry about that.
the dictionary.
Anyway, the dictionary. Anyway, so were Vimanas made of stone?
No,
Do we know?
I think in Hinduism,
Hindu. Okay.
Something. But in the scriptures, they were talking about the like perfect exact details, like the metals, what to eat when you fly, the wind traveling in the sky, like what trajectories to go to fly, and all kind of crazy stuff. Like broke it down into like a whole guide, basically. Like it's like, how do they know all that stuff if they haven't even been up there yet? You know, it's like, how do they know wind direction? You can't see the wind. The only way you'd know about either they're lifting something up and watching where, I don't know, you know, being in the mindset of back then.
Yeah, dude. I would lick my finger and put it in the air.
Yeah, that's the wind down here, but the jet streams, man, they're way up there.
Yeah, you would have to know that, right?
Yeah,
you could observe the nature around you, see what the birds are doing. Do they have a pattern? Do they have a path? You know, I mean, the ancient cultures were so much more in touch with nature and like what they were doing. You know, like we don't base anything off of nature anymore. Like usually people would be like, oh, the crow is flying left, it's an omen for blah blah blah. But now we're like, oh, look at all those fucking birds on that power line. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, we kind of adapted a lot of stuff from nature and animals, which is crazy. With the things we construct and things we do, kind of a lot of people, even people that work out, I think, take styles from animals, which is interesting too. There's a lot you can learn with nature, you know.
There absolutely is, man. There absolutely is. I mean, I studied permaculture, and that's literally what the study is. It's literally about observing nature and implementing it wherever you exist. It's super cool.
Yeah. Well,
I think
oh, sorry, Trevor. Go ahead, bro.
I think the aliens came down and gave them a little talking.
Yeah.
A little something, maybe a little pocketbook, or maybe like a tiny little.
I mean,
hey, maybe take this little tiny book, or maybe it wasn't a book. Maybe it was a cube of maybe a substance that we.
But then again, it makes you think. Like they say they weren't really that smart, I guess you could say, but clearly with the stuff they were building, they had to be hella smart with the mathematics of building the buildings in perfect symmetry and stuff like that, and the detail.
Yeah,
who
man.
knows, they could have been smarter than us.
Oh yeah.
I always think back to like when I was a child and I would play with Legos or I would play with blocks. Like, it's interesting when you think about it. Like, as a kid, you build some pretty amazing stuff.
Is true.
And you know nothing about engineering or mathematics or anything like that. You're letting your kind of creative spirit like drive you in whatever you're doing at the time. And it's like, I wonder if, these guys were obviously smart, right? I mean, the Indians from India, they invented the number 0, right? I mean, they knew something. They were pretty intelligent. And it kind of makes me think like these like flying fortress things that they were talking about. Like, could that have just been some guy that was like, hey, I have a really good idea, right? And made all these schematics. And then the rest of the culture was like, what an idiot. How are you going to do that? You know what I'm saying? And it just kind of fell off. And maybe that's why we haven't found any. But, somebody was thinking. It was like a genius, way ahead of his time.
Oh, I think we lost a little bit of audio.
You might have to tweak it again, dude.
We might have to tweak it again. Dang it. Trevor. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
The twist.
I love it.
But yeah, no, back to the alien thing, man. Think about it though, and you see all those lights, dude. That's just endless, like Milky Ways and planets just all around. Each Milky Way has a solar system. That's basically what it is. So
Yeah.
And think about back to nature. Do you ever see one of anything in nature? You say you learn from observing things in nature, correct?
Yeah.
So if you look in nature, do you ever see just one of something?
No, definitely
Never.
not.
So what makes you think that there would be one of Earth if Earth is a natural process being created, right?
Yeah.
If it got created once, then they would have to be created again one.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
you go by nature's, I guess, law,
Dude, you just gave me chills, bro. I've never thought about that. You're so onto something right there. Like, there's nothing in nature that's just one.
Exactly. So hear me out. So if Earth was created, correct, and we could have been Earth 1, 2, 3, we could be Earth 3005. So if you find one that is I guess was created before us or after us, well, let's see, before they were advanced, you know what I mean? Because they would have so much time to grow and learn. And the people after us, if we go space traveling or interstellar traveling or whatever you want to call it, when we find an Earth that's after us, that was born and it's still a juvenile, you might find us doing the same thing, because humans are humans. If they're here, if we're here, they're there. They would be doing the exact same history that we're kind of doing. Does that make sense?
Dude, I've been thinking, I love that you brought that up, dude, because here's the thing, like, what if we do find out that all extraterrestrials, that's given that you believe that there are extraterrestrials, I'm pretty sure everybody here does believe that, but what if we find out that they all look and they think exactly like us?
Would that be, it's nature, right?
Would that be like disappointing, or would that be scary? Like, how would you feel about that? What if you realize, or the proof is put in front of you, like, dude, we just, at a certain point, when a species gets cognizant or conscious enough, like, doesn't matter what planet, we just kind of all look pretty similar. Maybe some of them have a little bit bigger eyes or a smaller nose, but like pretty similar.
Yeah, I would welcome them like any other person. At that point, they'd be just like us. So it'd be like talking to someone from any other country, I guess. It'd just be the country from the Great Black Sea.
Yeah.
I feel like we'd all like I would want to party immediately, dude. Like thank you for not having long tentacles like 8 legs or something like that, and like a terrifying like how Hollywood makes aliens look so scary. It would
And
make
when you
me
think of
feel better. I don't know.
Yeah, when you think with like, I guess you could say logic, or you could look at it with just the law of nature, you would have to think that there would be more of Earths because they wouldn't just create one. And like I was saying, that would almost be like time traveling. If we did get to that point and found one that was made after us, then that would mean that they were probably still living in like whatever times, and they would be repeating the same thing. So just let that sink in for a second. Just think about that. So if that would kind of mess with a lot of things in a lot of people's conscious here. If that would make sense, for it to, if we're all the same, then we would all make like, when you're a kid, all kids kind of act the same, and you go into a teenagers, all the teenagers kind of, you all with age, everyone acts the same. It's like a universal conscious thing or something. Like,
Yeah.
uh, I don't know. It's an interesting thought for sure. And if you find someone of an Earth that was made way, way before us, then they would be like hella advanced, probably.
Yeah,
They
dude.
already figured out the way to life.
Dude, it's like Star Wars, a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away, dude. Like you think about it and you're like, wait a second. Like we haven't made it that far, but then you think about that phrase and you're like, holy shit, yeah, a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away. Like, yeah, they could totally be still fighting for the empire. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's wild. And like
Yeah.
we're just over here like, you know,
Because time essentially is abstract, it's a human construct. Everything lives differently. You see a ladybug and they might last for 2 days, but to him it'd be 100 years. They just live in a shorter cycle, like kind of like dogs. You know how they say like every 1 year for a human is like 7 years in dog years. It's
yeah.
because they see time, I guess, differently than we do. So think about like a human's time span is nothing to like a planet's. So 1 billion years, we can't even fathom that. How, like, you can't even think about how advanced we would be in 100 years, probably. There's no telling. It could think about from now to like the 90s and how far it's come.
Oh no.
Yeah.
When you think about
I love that. Yeah, like
it, it's insane.
yeah, like what I'm latching on there, Trevor, is like it's all about relativity on so the consciousness of a dog or whatever, like the time that it experiences is relative to like a human. So how can we communicate that to the entity that is on a higher level than us, or how can they communicate that back down to us? That's that's what always trips me up. Like
Yeah.
they wouldn't even be able to understand or get the concept.
If
Like you get 2 meals a day, buddy, for like 15 years. Imagine like 45 years, dude. Like they'd be so stoked.
it really makes you think like, if I guess if we were immortal, time wouldn't really matter that much. But that's why we make so big of a deal for, not big of a deal, but we make, I guess, things very extravagant, I guess. Like, that's where I get back to where I was saying like how awesome life is, because when you think about how big the universe is scale, and you think about where we are here chilling doing things we do, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, man, if I can think of this, I know someone can think. Like, there's so many things you could think of that probably make things so better, I guess you could say, or at least not advanced, but everyone knows ideas that could help. You know what I mean? And it's so crazy how we're still stuck doing the things we do.
Oh, I know, man. I know. Like, there are definitely things out there that could help, right? Like, I always think about like desalinating water for people. There's a lot of places on this earth where people don't have a lot of water, and it's like, well, why don't you just take the salt out of the water You live right next to the
That's true.
ocean, right? You know, like you live right next to the whole fucking, like, that's where most of the water is. You live right there, you know, like
Dude.
California is always like, we're running out of water. Like, you live by the fucking ocean. Are you kidding me right now? Like, and you know, it's weird because like I'll watch like Discovery Channel, right? And you'll see like Bear Grylls, and he'll have like a fucking sock and like an old condom and like boiling some shit out of an old tin can he found under a rock, and like it'll filter out through this snake skin into a sock and then into like his helmet that he wears for like climbing, and then he'll drink it. And it's like, dude, did you just desalinate water like with a sock, a snake skin, and a condom and an old can? And you're telling me that a government can't build a building to desalinate water that lives right next to the ocean and like
It wouldn't be profitable.
give people water? Are you shitting me right now?
Oh, yeah, that's crazy too. Like I know people don't like Bill Gates, but there is one thing I can shout him out on is he found out to turn poop, like actual
Poop.
feces, into like good. Seen a video where he made the machine and everything, and it completely filters it out and somehow produces water from it. And I'm like, bro, what?
That's pretty dope.
Okay.
Yes.
That's cool.
That is insane. I know it sounds. I don't know if I would drink it, but that's still insane.
Yeah.
Man, this water tastes shitty.
Vanner Smith was saying you gotta have to dump the salt somewhere. Well, dump it in the same place they dump nuclear waste. I don't know. You know what
Also-
I'm saying? Like put it in the desert somewhere, or put it in nice little canisters and sell it at a really high price to people that'll buy that shit, right?
Or-
put it on your steak.
Or you could create a very large battery with salt water as the alkalinity solution, and just stick two different, dissimilar metals. That's a battery, dude. That's how you like.
Yeah, you can use it for.
There's
conductor.
there's more efficient, solutions, but why don't we just make the whole ocean a freaking battery, dude?
Why don't we like put it like in like a rocket and just launch it off into space?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dude, but so like,
I guess here's
what-
another interesting.
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. The lag got.
No, what were you saying?
Okay, I'll go. The lag is a little different, dude. So like, Trevor, what do you think the next step in humanity is? Like, where do you think we're going in the next like 15 years? Like, what's the next step? But like in your work, like best case scenario.
Well, to get there, if you look around and kind of see what everyone's been, I guess, doing, and like observing nature, I guess, observing society, everyone's kind of getting down with the ideas of change and like good environmental things and new ways for energy. Hopefully, you can only hope. Everyone has the idea, so you can only. It sucks. It's a waiting game, but I think that just by the way people are acting and thinking nowadays, people's like whole consciousness and thought patterns are switching up, and people are taking care of themselves and also thinking for themselves more, which is pretty cool. So I think when the people, everybody wakes up and realizes how much power they really have in the world, all of us are creators. So it gets to the point where it's like, hate to hop off topic, but I mean, think about it. Back to the nature thing. Thought itself, everything in our life, somebody thought it into existence. You know what I mean? The house, the lamps, the everything in our society was constructed. Someone had that idea,
Yeah.
So if creation comes from thought, then what had the thought of creating the universe? What created, and that's when you get down to God, right? So then you go from that to like when you have a kid taken into existence, like giving birth to a kid, there's a piece of you inside the kid, like that's, it's like awesome. So
Yeah.
that being said, we essentially, I guess everything comes from the same place. So we're all connected by that. When I created everything, we came from that. So in a way, like the trees, the animals, everything, I guess we're all connected. And so Damn, I lost my train of thought.
I like where this is going though, dude. I
Oh yeah.
love it, man.
So in hindsight, there's a piece of God in you, and if you think about it, essentially, it's like the flow of creation. So you create your own reality in hindsight. Like people don't realize how much power they truly have, but you really truly do manifest everything. When you're thirsty, you get a water, and when you're hungry, you get like food. You want a house. Next thing you know, boom, you guys wanted a podcast. Here we are.
Yeah.
You guys had the idea, and now you're creating your reality right in front of your eyes. But you go through the human motion and don't realize you're actually the one creating it, which is pretty cool. Like
I love that. Also, man, you brought something up that hit for me is that we are all living in other people's manifestations of reality. When we live in a world of the internet, we're living in someone else's thought. Like someone thought of a lamp, as you said, someone thought of an LED light, someone thought of a microphone. We're living in the future of someone else's idea that only existed in the mind of a human being, and then they made it happen. Well,
exactly.
not just them, but like other people make things. Like somebody has an idea and other people actually make it usually, right? Like,
yeah,
but it wouldn't have ever happened if that first person hadn't had that dang idea, man.
Yeah, dude.
So when you have ideas, you got to hop on it. Like you guys don't realize, but you guys are creating more than just a podcast, create a whole movement that might grow into something even greater. You know what I mean? You never really know.
Yeah.
The possibilities are infinite because you, I guess, essentially are infinite because all possibilities are within you. So if you tell yourself no or something, well, boom, you're done for immediately.
Yeah. It's crazy how fast that can happen too. Like when you even think like, well, I guess it's healthy to think like, what's the worst that can happen? But like, if you tell yourself you're not good enough and like you believe it,
right.
Life's going to hit you in the fucking face. Like that's just a negative way of thinking about like the possibilities, right? Like there's all kinds of ways you can approach it.
I always like to think too, like, when you have an idea and you're like, oh, ooh, I have an idea. Right?
Yeah.
Like what if it's not so much that like you're just having this idea? What if it's like a level up for consciousness, right? Your consciousness is growing. Like,
super sane.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have an idea and you're like, holy crap, that's a level up in consciousness. Like somebody who invented that lamp, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like these ideas already exist, like in the etho, right?
Ether.
And you're and you're just waiting to
here's
like
a cool idea to throw it.
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The lag messed me up.
No, you're good, dude. You're totally good.
We've been doing it to each other the whole night,
dude. So here's a good idea to throw your way. So like those thoughts, what if we've lived, history is like crazy, right? And what if we've, the soul's
Oh, that sounded like a hard, I think we, did you hear that click?
I did hear it. You may have to do some adjustments.
You may have
again.
to do the little tweaky thing, Trevor.
There it is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you again.
We're gonna send you an official UFO Garage aux cable.
Yeah, that would be great.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Oh no, but yeah, like I was saying, like what if the soul's like the water in the cup, and you take that water and you pour it in another cup, and then another cup, and then another cup, and your soul collects stuff from each cup, basically like water, Dude, so you remember not maybe everything. Who am I to say? But you remember stuff along the way, and like all that ideas is like ideas we've had before. Maybe we were one time really advanced and we just forgot about it, or we could be from somewhere. If that's the case, then reincarnation is limitless. You could be from like another galaxy if that's the case, and if there's another Earth here and another Earth there, who's to say that one from a far advanced one doesn't come to this one? Or who knows how that stuff works? But it is an interesting thought. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. And remember, I brought up on What If Tomorrow podcast that what if, like, we always think of the idea of like you die and you reincarnate into something in the future. But what if you die and you actually reincarnate like back to like ancient China, right? And you're the guy who figured out how fireworks work because you lived in like 2020, right? And you knew how fireworks worked, but you just died. But you reincarnated back into time. And like it's
Yeah,
weird
right.
because
And so now they think you're a genius.
yeah, exactly. You know, like because time isn't linear, and if time isn't linear, and if it's just
Hmm.
subjective to where you live, if you die, your soul is just energy. Energy is just passing through time at like at no, you know, it doesn't really have like a time, right?
Exactly.
So who's to say that you can't reincarnate in the past? And because of the stuff that you create in the past directly affects us in the present and the future coming up, you know?
Yeah, it's insane. And what's even cooler is like you may be at a advanced place, let's say, and your soul gets sent to another like little not advanced like civilization, and then you come up and you're like, man, wait, hold on. I
Yeah.
gotta fix this up real quick. And then they like, make stories about you, I guess. And
Yeah, dude.
I wonder like what would happen like
then you
if
go,
there was a story of somebody that grew, lived in the medieval times and they had a dream or maybe they had a vision, like, much like Galileo or anybody.
Galileo,
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 Figaro Magnifico.
And then
just a poor boy,
nobody loves. He's just a poor boy, nobody loves. Okay, we stopped. We stopped.
How to do
Okay.
that. Anytime you say Galileo, you got to, right? I mean, it's just a thing.
but like, what if people throughout history, even like Nikola Tesla or
Ronald McDonald.
Ronald McDonald, are just peering in? Maybe there's an overlap that they're seeing, like a different possibility that's connected to themselves, that's reincarnated into the future, that is seeing an actual possibility that they themselves are meant to create at their present time. So it's such a feedback loop though, because like without them seeing that thing never exists.
well, like let's say because what like not sweat but a little hazy, you wake up with an amnesia, start because it's supposed to be a fresh experience, I guess, or I don't know how it works, but let's say you wake up with amnesia and those thoughts, the ideas could be past memories of wherever you're from, and you might have started out in like a low civilization, and that could be the elevations of consciousness. So when you go, you might go on to another civilization to kind of spread that knowledge. It probably continues to grow, so it's like a big little web. Basically.
Dude, yeah, I
Oh,
dig that.
and
I love that. So maybe time doesn't start at the beginning. It starts
there's
at
like
the
the
end.
yogi.
Sorry. That was the lag. The lag is messing us up. All right.
No, go ahead.
No, wait, you're saying
You were saying something about
Yeah.
Yogi Bear.
Oh yeah, so like the yogis and the monks, they're always talking about like those crazy things they do. They possibly could be like what would you say?
Jedi.
I guess. Yeah, I guess because they unlock true, like, I guess, potential of the human capability. I guess they tap into their true self, the spirit. Because you're more than just the flesh.
Right. It's oneness.
When you close your eyes and you realize you're an awareness, and it's like, man, truly, what is that? And it's interesting. And I guess they really tap into that by observing frequencies of their own bodies and everything. I guess with meditation, that really hones you in. And they do that all day, every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you really push yourself to like super extremes, how far can you go to really tapping into that? Because it's you. It's who says you can't? I guess.
Dude, okay. So I've got a question for you, Trevor. So we all think of like magic, right? Like being a very immediate thing, like altering your reality immediately. But I think what we're starting to kind of talk in the same language as is that it takes time, this manifestation kind of thing, and humans are more powerful than we give ourselves credit for, and it just takes a lot more time. And therein goes back to the first thing we kind of talked about, where the reference of time for humans is different than a dog's lifespan, but it's all about relativity. So like, to a different being that lives on a different dimension, maybe when we manifest stuff as a culture, as a society, it starts at the human being, with a cyclical or non-linear timeline. It looks very immediate, but to us, it takes a little bit of time. It takes influence. It takes a movement, as you referenced earlier in our talk. I'm curious as to how can we maybe push this topic even further to people that are kind of like, I don't know, turned off by this idea, because it's not a very like automatic, satisfactory kind of thing. Like, it just takes some time, and nobody has time. Like, everybody's like, oh, well,
Yeah,
if this doesn't clean my socks, I'm not going to buy that thing. Like, how could
it's crazy.
we like sell this? Like, hey, just be fucking patient, dude. Like, learn how to
Yeah,
meditate. Like, how do we sell that?
You gotta start off by saying, "Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen." What are you laughing at, dude?
Oh, sorry. I just love the posture that you took. It was funny.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh,
Do you like fishing? Well, try meditation.
it
It's
is
just as
crazy.
fucking boring, and it takes just as long, right?
That's good. Yeah.
But you can drink beer while you do it. Can you drink beer while you meditate? Is that a thing?
I would love to.
Maybe you just have to hook yourself up to an IV drip and put your beer in there and meditate.
You put your beer in there.
Who knows, man? Whatever's your peace of mind,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, dude.
Um,
I was saying
Yeah,
this
but,
last time that loud music helps me meditate. I love loud music, dude. Like, it
it's
just
the
puts me
vibrations, the frequency.
exactly, man.
You
The
resonate.
cymatics, dude. It does something to your body, especially when
Yeah.
you get the good grooves going. You throw some Steve Miller on and you're just like kind of grooving to it. You lose track of time
Exactly.
completely, man.
If you want to get into something crazy, think about this. So everyone knows resonant frequency is a real thing, and it's an actual thing that happens with like opera singers with the glass shatters.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Sorry, we just had a
Okay,
really
sorry, the
funny
lag.
comment. The lag. We had a funny comment. I'm laughing at that.
Oh, nice. But think about this. So if music is a frequency and a sound, and if us are sounds and frequencies, like every atom is vibrating, it's making, which vibration makes a sound. It's makes a frequency. So if everything is vibrating, and if resonant frequency is a thing, then who's to say that a sound to affect you? Because I don't know if you guys seen the study where this one Chinese guy was talking to water. He like set water out and wrote, like, he said thank you to one and I love you to another. He ignored one and said I hate you to the fourth one. Put it in the freezer, and then he like took it out and examined them, and like the ones that he said I love you to and you're beautiful too, and like the good stuff, they had perfect snowflakes, perfect patterns,
Oh yeah.
like perfect symmetry. And the ones he ignored and said I hate you to were ugly, like ill, bad water. And if you think about the human body, that's what you're made of, like I think it's like 95% or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, when you talk, you use vocals, your throat vibrates. So it's crazy how those words actually have a power to literally change your emotion if you're not aware of it. It can literally affect you on a molecule level.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, but then you think about music, and like how you were saying, with their, I guess if they're in a good vibe, they put that vibe into their music, and like old school rock, and like people using the instruments, not like the stuff they make on the computer today. Like they actually made you know what I mean? Like it fit their vibe, their frequency.
Yeah.
Nowadays though, I want, with how like kind of like kids are and the music is nowadays, it's almost like it's being like that bad vibes is picked up. and they could be using a really bad vibe with tone of music. Because think about how often you listen to it. I guess affect you if you're using the wrong frequency, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
That's why,
they
like,
can use frequency.
like when people listen to music that they don't like, you know how they kind of get in a bad mood? It's, you
Yeah.
know, it really does affect you. But have you ever seen where they cut like a really thin sliver out of the trunk of a tree and then they put it on a record player and you could actually hear the song
Huh.
of the tree?
That's pretty cool.
I've always wanted to know, like, if there's any way that like you could hook up a machine to a human body and hear the sounds of the frequency that the body's putting off, or like, you know, whatever. Like, is it a good frequency? Is it kind of a negative frequency? Like, there's got to be some way to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you've ever like played an electric guitar and like stuck your hand on the pickups or something. It picks up a hum. Like, it's just electrical current. Like, there's got to be a way that you can like record your sound. Like, everybody has to have like their own
A natural
sound.
tone.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
would love to be
exactly.
able to hear like what our sounds and our tones are.
dude. I'm like, my
Like how
brain's
they all
going to
say
like
everyone have
a
or
million
something like
different
that.
ways.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So the idea that like, oh, sorry, dude. I always like interrupt
bud.
and then like there's a lag. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, I'm talking. Okay,
I'm doing a really good job.
why do I always struggle with it? We did that with the fucking. Okay,
I'm doing really good.
you're
right now.
doing so good at it. I suck at this, man. I'm sorry, Trevor.
No, you're good, bud.
Dude, but like back to the idea that like the intent on water and humans are made of like mostly water, man. If we talk to each other in a very nice way, if someone's surrounded by really loving people, it tends to be that I guess in my experience, either that person grows up in like a really positive household or they completely rebel, or they completely like, you know, buy all black clothing and, you know, like not the black, I wear
Yeah, dude,
mostly black clothing actually.
We're like 80% water, aren't we?
But you mean like sorry, I mean like when I grew up like listening to like hardcore rock and roll, like I had a very loving family, but I just like geared toward like metal music and like scary shit and like ghosts and stuff. And I grew up in like a very like Christian household. Like I just rebelled, you know, even though all the love that I received, like some people don't get a lot of love growing up and like still turn out to be like very godly and very just really positive people. Like I've, you know, it's interesting, like the turns and twists and turns that some people kind of go through, but like the frequency is not only sound, but maybe it could be intent as well. Is kind of what I'm saying. Like the
You know what also
the
changes?
match of frequencies. Sorry, you said what also changes?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you know what? When people's minds kind of change and you kind of, I guess you could say, like grow up or mature or whatever you want to call it. Also, your taste of music changes too. You know, it's like a lot of things also change with you. It could be like that same flow. If you think about it, you probably expanded your music category by a ton since you were a kid. You know, like you only listened to that kind of music when you were a kid. Like you
Yeah.
identified with that, and then you expanded, and so did like you know.
Yeah. Dude, that's a really good point. Yeah. Once I started to listen to different music, it totally changed, man. My rebellious stage only lasted like 8 months, by the way. So
I never grew out of my rebellious stage.
I mean, like when you were like fucking nobody understands me. Like that lasted. You're still going on?
Oh, the emo phase.
That's what I'm talking about. I feel like I didn't express myself well enough. I got caught up in the black clothing because I'm literally wearing like black pants and I have like most of my shirts like black.
You're
Anyway,
wearing a blue t-shirt and a colorful ass hat.
but my pants are black, dude.
I guess.
They got stains on them.
You got like black chonies on right
Hey,
now, dude.
What's a choni?
Chonies are like your underwears.
Oh, chonies? Look, I'm sitting in my underwear, okay? It's comfortable.
They're short. Somebody mentioned David Hasselhoff earlier. And if anybody remembers the type of shorts David Hasselhoff used to wear, that's what Ben's wearing.
Uh, uh, dude, yes, Slayer. I think I've tried to say your name last time. Sagan Necro.
Sage Necro.
Sage Necro. That's what it was. Thank you. Yes, Slayer, dude.
Slayer.
And it's so crazy how big of an impact music has in our culture, in society. You know what I mean? Like, it's so nuts. It's crazy.
Yes, dude. Yes. There was a study done by a guy where,
like, since time, instruments.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you just say time instruments?
No. Like how throughout time they've made instruments. Like how they found those sounds and was like, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool.
Like the Ocarina of Time.
Oh, fuck,
It's a great Zelda game.
It
is crazy
how GameCube.
How, like, you know, somebody probably started off and they were like trying to build a house or something, and they picked up a giant log and dropped it on a rock, and it went clunk. And they were like, oh, what a cool sound. And they kept picking it up, and they were just like clunk, 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 clunk. And they were like, this is really awesome. And then they did it to another log and realized it went clunk, clunk, because it was a smaller log.
Yeah.
And they were like, what the hell is going on? So they put a bunch of different sized logs together, and they're like clunk, 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 clunk. And they were like, whoa, music. Hell yeah.
Think about the strings, you know, the guitars and the violin and stuff,
Dude,
man.
Yes.
The kodo.
Dude, think about like if somebody was like skinning a deer or something, and they're like they made a really thin cut, and they were like bling bling bling. They're like, that sounds dope. I'm gonna get naked now. Let's dance in the mud. That's what happened. One of the sounds.
Imagine the world's first band and what they were playing.
Oh, dude. The world's first band.
Yeah.
I wonder what the world's first band name is.
Ugh.
Dude, who knows, man? They were playing the rocks hard, man.
Yes.
That was literal rock.
Dude, they rocked hard. That's where rock comes from, dude.
There you go. Literally from a rock.
Yeah. Oh, we salute you.
Yeah, dude.
For those about to rock.
Everything.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Shit. I love that.
That is hilarious.
So we have
Oh,
Trevor, we have a dude that's going to come on with, I don't know, it's in between like 9:30 or 8:30 and 9 Central Standard Time. So I don't know if you like, I just kind of wanted to prep that before he comes in, because I figured like maybe we'd chat about this and kind of like maybe get our minds wrapped around it, prepared. But like, where are you at with Bigfoot? What do you think, man?
He's a good musician.
man. Let's see. That thing's probably interdimensional, man. Probably some kind, or extraterrestrial. Who knows, man? The woods are huge, and so is the ocean. It could just be its own species and just mad smart.
Yeah, I think it's pretty smart too.
Yeah,
I really do.
It's got to be super smart.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of funny. They have to be pranksters. Have to be, because they're always been throwing rocks at people you hear, and like making loud noises, making forts in the trees, but never near those trees ever. And they're just like, I'm gonna bend this over here.
They just build something. They're like, these dumbasses are gonna be looking for weeks.
They're gonna be like, these guys are so smart, dude.
You know?
Yes, man.
Dude, they're probably thinking, man, we got them scared shitless, dude. Like, let me just bend this here, crack this, throw a little this, let out a little howl.
Yeah, dude. Whoa.
Dude, I honestly, I would, dude, if you were a massive creature that was like highly intelligent, that like best game of hide and seek you've ever played, I would fuck with people a lot.
Yeah,
I would try to scare them and stuff, dude.
Because it's like, what do you do? Like when you fuck with somebody, right? You set up a camera, or like you run away. Yeah, like a lot of times when you fuck with people, you don't even get to see it because like you run away.
But like they get to mess with people and see it. Right?
That's what I'm saying. Think about it. You're in the woods all day. What's your entertainment? You're gonna scare the crap out of something that you know is like kind of, or is pretty conscious. You're gonna laugh so hard. If we were any animal, Bigfoot would have mopped somebody by now. Who's to say they haven't? But you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Well, I mean, talking about mopping somebody, dude. We had
You never heard about Bigfoot, but
we actually had an episode with William from the Bob podcast and William and Micah from the Bob podcast about
The Datloff Pass.
Thank you. It was an interesting story, man. Like there's this we've got a whole episode about it, but yeah, some people died in a really strange way on a mountain, and there's all this like evidence pointing towards it can't be a bear. It could not have been a human. There was like rips from the inside of the tent that they were living in, and it was people walked in a line, like a straight line, and then were literally torn apart by something way stronger than a human. It's pretty freaky. So
yeah,
I think it's happened.
Eyes,
and
all that
maybe
weird stuff.
Yeah, dude. And maybe that's not the Sasquatch we're talking about. Maybe it's a different species altogether, dude.
it could be. Like I said, the woods are huge. I mean, think about it. Like, have we really looked everywhere, including the oceans? I mean,
I don't think so, dude.
Dude, there's like, I don't even know what the population of Texas is. I know it's massive, but there are some wooded areas. Like, you would think with that many people, there are so many massively wooded areas that people have never been to. There's wooded areas that pioneers haven't fucking crossed yet. There's wooded areas out in the United States that people haven't seen for probably hundreds of thousands of years, just because it's so big. How can you pinpoint a place? You could have taken a picture of it from a satellite or from a helicopter, from a map, but I guarantee you there's places right here or right wherever you live, dude, where like nobody has been there. Like,
yeah.
Even like the Clovis people, right?
Think about the mountains
and stuff. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's massive. There's no way.
Dude, I was in Milano, Texas last night.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's pronounced Milano.
Wait, how did you say it different than I did?
You said Milano.
Milano cookies.
No, it's Milano.
Milano.
Yeah.
My bad, dude.
The Eagles.
Freaking my bad. I was in Milano, Texas last night.
There you go.
Dude, I saw the freaking Milky Way. That was cool. I saw some frogs that were chirping at me. That was cool. But also, dude, so my good buddy that brought me out there was explaining that the growth that happened between the time their family bought the property and when it was last cleared. So I don't know if you know, like, I know you're in Carolina, the Carolinas, right? North Carolina, right?
North
Carolina. So you're familiar with like clearing property, like getting rid of the juniper and all the, the young growth and keeping the oaks. And I'm not really sure like what trees actually grow there, honestly, but
there's a lot of pine.
So see, like pines are good. Like we like pines, but there's a lot of like shit trees that are like, you can make beer out of them. Yeah. But they grow a lot faster than the oak trees. And so when you clear stuff out for like farming or agriculture or things like that, you find all this really crazy shit. Sometimes you find caves, sometimes you find bones and stuff.
Yeah, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, man. But like the thing I'm kind of latching onto is that it was 20 years. Honestly, that's kind of a lot of time. That's like more than half my life. Which seems a long time to me, but it was trees that were 15, 30 feet tall that you can't not walk through those paths. So just imagine those properties in Texas, man, that no one's ever been through, never cleared, never, went through a tractor. I was walking through this cleared path and that had been overgrown for the past 20 years. And that's not a lot of time. And it's like, bro, like anything could live down here. Anything could make a path and live comfortably as long as they're okay with mosquitoes and spiders.
I love mosquitoes.
Spiders are everywhere, dude.
Up in North Carolina, man.
Go ahead, dude.
Up in North Carolina, man, we got the App Mountains and stuff. So it's like, there's no way someone's climbed every bit of those mountains, let alone. So there could be caves, caverns, who knows? If you want to get into that, like you said, entrances to all kind of places. dude, there could be underground cities underneath us for all we know. Think about how old the Earth is. You know what I mean?
Dude, yes.
Bro.
You know how many people has probably sat right there where you're at?
Sorry,
Can you hear me?
the lag was a little. So, how many people have sat right where we were at,
Yeah.
dude? Well, probably a lot less than in North Carolina, because it's okay. Maybe this is like Texas thinking, but like, dude, everything's way spaced out. But like North Carolina, you've got the mountains, right? I feel like there's a lot more action with like cave activity and people like exploring. Like people are out exploring there, but in Texas, it's all private property. A lot of that stuff, like no one's ever been out there unless you own the fucking place.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But there could be anything out there, and you'd never know.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Honestly, I don't know who's ever actually explored the whole world, but a select few probably. So the Earth could probably be a hell of a lot bigger with so many more lands that we probably don't even know about, and they just keep it on the wraps. If you want to get crazy, like I don't think you can even see past the a certain port, or you can't even go on a certain part in the North Pole. I think it's like no helicopters are allowed to fly, like planes or like anything's allowed to go past like a certain point.
Yep.
Also, in specific areas where there's like endangered species of a frog or a bird, you can't fly over. Helicopter, a private plane, nothing. Like you'll get a big ass fine. Like
Certain
that's
parts
crazy.
of the ocean too that you can't take a vessel through. You can't fly over it. Like,
Yep. Like, what do you think the Bermuda Triangle is?
bro.
Ooh, dude, let's go.
Who knows, man? It could be so like, hear me out. I got two things. It might be a little crazy, quick little pass, but so you know how the Earth spins, right? It's going around and around, and then we go around the sun, of course. So you got two different ways of motion. That itself creates, and that's kind of why we have the Earth's magnetic field. It's from like the rotations. That force could be what gives us gravity. So if you was to like kind of break the motions of that, or the force of all of that, kind of like how the Earth creates its own electromagnetic field, and it kind of floats. You could kind of do the same thing here and probably break that flow of gravity, and you'd be floating. Because what happens if the Earth stops? Would we all go flying off, or would we just float? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Because
we need to text Neil.
Neil!
We need to text Neil.
If you, cause it's quite interesting though if you think about it. Because if you know like motion and everything, that force is what would be kind of like suction us down. And if space is a vacuum. Sorry, there was a fly. If space is a vacuum, what would really happen? We wouldn't just be sitting. Everything would probably just float, or I don't think it would get thrown off. It'd probably just, I don't know. We're going like 800 miles an hour. Imagine going that fast, and then it just.
I wonder what gravity's effect would be on us with if the planet did stop. Would gravity weaken? Would it get would it maybe get stronger? Like, I don't know. Like, what would happen with that, right? Because I know if the Earth stopped, dude, like we would have massive tsunamis. I mean, like shit would look like a hurricane, but it's not a hurricane.
It's just a hurricane of farts.
Yeah, the Earth just stopped, dude.
What if the water in the ocean just floated away? You just have water in space.
There goes my desalinization plan. Dude, we had said Bermuda Triangle. I heard something the other day.
Oh yeah, my bad. I got totally sidetracked.
I don't know how true this is. I haven't Googled it, but they were talking about it like it was a serious deal. Something about eels, that like we don't understand the like reproductive habits of eels. Nobody knows where they come from.
Yep, I watched that.
And they're like, when they get old, they migrate to the Bermuda Triangle, and then like new ones come, but nobody knows where they come from.
That's what I was getting back to with the Earth and the magnetic field. What if there's certain points where it's really strong at on the Earth, like conducting points, and the Bermuda Triangle might be like that conducting point. So it might even open up different dimensions for all we know. Like it could
Yeah.
break certain boundaries that we didn't even think of. And that's
Yeah,
where
dude.
the eels come from, that part of the ocean, and they kind of just find that one little point and they just slither right through. And that's where
Dude.
like the planes go and the ships go. They're probably like on another Earth, and that's how they're all connected. Like the internet. What if there's a universal web?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. It's funny, like those ships and like planes, they go to a world where it's full of eels and that's it. Like, what?
What's going on?
It's so slippery.
Like something out of Rick and Morty,
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But for real, like if the universe is all spinning in electricity, with electromagnetic grids, who's to say that it's not all connected with little ports? So one way can send you to somewhere way over here. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a little internet kind of.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Like, I mean, they talk about Egypt being one of those places, Machu Picchu be one of those places, Sedona, Arizona, with a high like magnetic field. Like, there's certain places that you can go out there with like a magnet and it'll just spin, right? Like, if you drop your keys, they will hit the ground faster than they would in a different area. Just like the magnetic field is so strong there. So,
you ever heard of the energy, or not the energy, the energy vortexes in Sedona, Arizona?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
That could be that same phenomenon, at a certain degree.
It's cool, man. Like when you go into these certain places, like they have trees that are like spiraled, like their trunks are spiraled and the arms of the trees are all spiraled out. It's just wild, man.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you think everything's almost got water in it. So it's like affecting it down to a whole degree that, we can't even fathom.
Yeah. The molecular level is definitely affected.
Yeah.
Somehow, but
It's crazy.
That area, like we have some friends that live out there. I mean, it's a UFO hotspot, right? I mean,
dude,
we don't know why.
Okay, we have hackers here, right? That hack stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
Who's to say that a super advanced civilization can't and see everything about us? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Like they don't even have to come down. They could just hack our internet and just boom, Facebook, Instagram. You wouldn't even know. They'd be so pros at it.
Yep.
Dude, that's such a good point.
It'd be so easy for them.
Like 2 seconds and they understand everything about us ever.
And and we basically live like a lot of people. I don't have any social medias or anything, but I see there's a lot of people that live almost on the internet. You know what I mean? Like they're a whole different person on the internet, which is so crazy.
Yeah.
And then you got everyone on their phones or whatever. Basically people live on the internet, so they manifest their whole everything on the internet. So like I was saying, extraterrestrials can come swoop in and literally see how everyone is. They'd be like, yeah, not today's. We're not coming down to say, hey,
Hey.
We're gonna give it a little longer.
Yeah,
they
man.
gave us the internet so that they could come down and just do quick checks instead of getting beat up every time they abducted somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like, hold on, we're smarter than this.
People keep freaking out every time we take them.
Yeah, let's just give them internet, and we'll just check on them like that.
Yeah, that would be, it's kind of like putting a trail cam out on a trail. You're just, and then from your home, you're just typing in and you're looking at what's happening on the trail cam,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's on, like, if you looked at the internet, man, there's some crazy stuff on the internet. So if you was like a real, I guess, advanced person, and with whatever you had, or the thoughts of society, of craziness, of advancements and all kind of crazy stuff, you come from that to like here, man, it is completely different. If you would think about how structurally a society would be advanced, there would be a lot less thing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's kind of like giving a monkey a cell phone.
Here, figure this out.
Yeah.
We take pictures of ourselves flexing, we send funny pictures to each other, like
here's my wiener.
it's hilarious what they do with the techno, or what we do with the technology that we're given, let alone.
Right, dude.
But and we could do stuff like this too. Like I was saying, it's very infinite, even in the medical side.
Yeah, man. It's like it's crazy because when you think about like the internet, like there's only a couple things that like I do on the internet, right? But you could do almost everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything on the internet, and for the most part, like what? I mean, like I gotta check my emails, occasionally do a little work, jack off and play games, right? Like that's the big four when it comes to like computer and internet, right? But like
It's quite funny.
yeah, but there's so much stuff you can do, dude. There's so much knowledge like on the internet, but then it's also like, okay, I've opened this Pandora box. What is the knowledge that I'm absorbing, and how accurate is it? How like there's so much information that it's hard to like.
You don't even need a university. You don't even got to go there.
Yeah,
you can literally learn everything online. You could probably even look up college, whatever, or subjects, and dive even deeper than you did in school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely can.
Like if you use it for good ways, you can advance yourself so much. You can learn anything on YouTube, let alone you just look up how to or something.
Yeah.
But the internet can also build societies and keep people connected. It could create change in the world as well. So it's a tool that you have to know your discipline for, and I think that's what messes a lot of people up, is that they still have like a animal brain.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but you know what I mean? Like in certain ways that we use things. If you gave like a baby a tablet, it'd probably just chew on the tablet,
Yeah. Or reset all the factory settings and you don't know how to use it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying that from experience.
But yeah, so you see what I'm saying. It's quite interesting how just the change of your mind can change the tool that you use. Like someone could use a knife for killing, but you could use a knife for cooking,
Right.
So it's very interesting. It's all about your perspective on things that you interact with, I guess.
Yeah, dude.
The discipline.
Yeah, for sure. Discipline has a lot to do with it.
Yeah. I mean, like we're on this path of being aware that we're human, right? Like this is pretty cool. Like this, like we wake up every day, oh my gosh, we're human and we can
we do whatever you create.
Like it's pretty awesome, right? So I mean, Trevor, I had mentioned to you that we had a guest coming on. His name's Sonny. We're going to talk about a little bit of the Bigfoot Sasquatch thing, and I think this kind of really dovetails into kind of what we're talking about, and in the fact that look, consciousness is a we don't know what it is yet. Like we like to talk about it and we like to figure out a little bit more, but maybe we'll never ever get there. But I think one thing we can all agree on is that we don't know everything. We don't know that we're the only ones in this universe. We don't know that there's maybe there are portals out there that can have extraterrestrial beings come through. Maybe there's Wookiees, man, showing up in a freaking Millennium Falcon, and that was actually history being put into a movie. Yeah. But dude, this is so our buddy Sonny is going to join us here in a second, and I'm going to let him actually like introduce himself and say what's up, and introduce some photos and videos I think you guys are going to be pretty stoked about. So, Sonny, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not much, man. I like that shirt, dude.
Just been enjoying the show.
Oh, yeah. That shirt's dope, dude.
Oh, you like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, man.
Oh, that's awesome, bro. Oh, yeah. I see. So what did you think about that little? So Sonny, I sent you those photos of the corn feeder today, and I did not know that California that was illegal. he was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I wish we could use those. Yeah, that's why I said if we get caught dumping a can of corn out there, we'd get in trouble. They'd take our guns away.
Oh man, well maybe you got to open a can and put a spoon in it, and then like look around and trip on a small rock and spill it and be like, oh damn it.
Yeah, yeah. Cousin says we do that with popcorn. We can get away with it.
Yes. Dude, that's awesome.
Oh, so did you guys get a chance to look at those pictures and videos?
Bro.
Dude, yeah.
So just to give some background to everybody that's new to this, and I just actually informed Joe because me and Sonny, we've been talking all week about this stuff, and I actually talked to you, Sonny, yesterday on my way to my going hog hunting, and you were like, "Wait, you hunt? Oh shit, okay."
Yeah.
So, anyway, we're like kind of reminiscing about specific things, and what we came to was like an understanding that as hunters, as yourself, Sonny, I almost called you Honey. When you're
It's only 21.
that's all right. That's all right, baby. But when you're familiar with this is just one thing I want to bring up. It's like when you're familiar with a specific spot, you've been hunting in a specific spot, you kind of know the surrounding areas, you know what size things are, you know what the terrain is, the degrees of certain cliffs or trees and how fast they grow. There's a lot to it, man. Like you're very observant as a hunter. Am I correct on that?
Yeah. If you don't want to get lost, you better be observant. And it's good to hunt somewhere that you know. That's why I hunt that spot, is because that's about the only one I know that well. I don't get lost there.
Yeah.
No matter where you drop me, I can find my way back to camp in that spot.
Nice.
Right. And you're not hunting for squatch. I mean, like you express like, dude, you're out there hunting for to fill that freezer, and that's just something that's been a part of your life. I mean, that, and living here in Texas, that's just a part of life. We're not out to just shoot guns and woo.
I mean, we are,
but like no, but like there's an ethical aspect of it, but what I kind of wanted to just explain, to get some grounding to people out there that may not be familiar with that zeitgeist of hunting. Like, look, we're not just out here to kill animals. Like we eat the things that we
we are.
Well, we're
just kidding.
That's the second time. Yeah, but Sonny, so you sent me these photos, man. So I kind of want to I'm going to share them real quick, and dude, just like tell us the story. Start from the beginning.
I'm gonna introduce you guys to my cousin Donnie. He's here too with me.
Dude, hell
and,
yeah.
He took this video, so I want him to walk you through it. Like, as you guys are looking at the pictures, he can explain to you where he was and the size things are, and yeah, you'll see. This is Don, guys.
Awesome, Donnie.
Dude, you look exactly how I thought you would. I love this.
What's up, man? Great to meet you, bro. Great to meet you, man. So, hey, Sonny, Jesus, Sonny said that he listened to your story. Said, a year ago when you told him about this sighting, that he kind of laughed it off, and now we're like super interested about it. So I want you to kind of rub it in his face a little bit, if you can.
Well, that's what I told him. I said, I tried to show you this last year, and you didn't want nothing to do with this. Now see it, and
you showed me the video, man, and it hooked me. When I seen this cave crawling, then I was hooked. I don't know. I'm not a Bigfoot hunter. I've heard stories and made fun of people. I was taking my kid to look at off this cliff and was showing him, and then if you can see the pictures I sent later, or Sonny sent you, it was like, you can see how far away it was. See, that's blown up. That picture right there is blown up to like six times on my iPhone. And I just gotten the iPhone and didn't know how to use the damn thing. So the videos are real short and choppy, but I did the best I could with what I had. I don't know. I can't see them now. That one, I think, is dot. It's a black dot to the left there, I believe. In between the trees. Yeah, you don't see the saddle there. They're somewhere there. He's going through them right now.
Right.
Now, we can't hear you guys, Ben and Joe, just so you know that.
Hear us?
Oh my gosh, can you hear us now?
There we go. Yeah, we
Yeah.
hear you guys. Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Okay.
All right, we don't know. Okay, here we go. So we're looking at this image here, zoomed out. I'm glad you covered. You definitely covered for us because we had no idea.
Right.
So Sonny kind of prepared us. He was like, "Look, it doesn't look like much, but if you look at the references from the rock structure from the bottom, and you kind of like do okay. So if it started here, is this correct? Like this is where we kind of started. Is this like kind of like the first photo that we're looking at?
Can you zoom in?
Yeah, can you zoom that in? We're looking at you guys on the phone as well.
There you go. Yeah. Yep,
So-
that's it.
So I'm thinking, ooh, that's way too far away. 1 sec. I am going to make this full screen. And
Now you'll see a picture. I think he sent it to you with my nephew, and then
I
he's
don't-
looking at the ridge in the
That
back.
was to his phone. I didn't email.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys, there was a photo with my nephew in it, and you can see how far away the ridge was that we're looking at. It's like a half a mile away.
Yeah.
dude, okay. So we have this folder set up here. So you tell me which one we can zoom in on because dude, whatever this object is,
It's huge.
I know we're thinking who else is thinking bear because I thought bear.
I thought bear at first too, because it's bear season and deer season. And I'm looking over the ridge. It's rifle season. I'm looking over the ridge, and I see that, and I got my son with me, and he's like, "No, that's a guy." I said, "How in the hell is that a guy?" I said, "You know how big that was?"
That's a guy.
And he's like, "No." Yeah, well, maybe it's a shadow. I said, "Yeah, maybe." And I said, then that's when I started telling Sonny, if you listen in the background, here's your Bigfoot, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, it climbs that whole face, and that face of that mountain, he climbs that whole face in about 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minute total time.
No shit.
Face, the top, and over the ridge."
Wow.
So here's what I would love to do is notice on this, Sonny, you gave me the good idea of looking at this triangle kind of shape here.
Yeah, we call that vagina rock.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Maybe that's what he was doing up there.
That's what he was looking for.
He just kind of bypassed it.
So here's
Great. We have a gay Bigfoot on our hands.
he's not interested. Dude, but so the space between there and there.
Space between.
Between. Also, I kind of almost want to focus in on this area, not the big vagine, but this one.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a bigger one you could kind of look at.
Do you guys have the videos?
We do have the videos.
The videos, man. I know they're all over, but you see that thing crawling up in the videos. You can actually see it moving up there.
Dude, it's pretty amazing.
It's pretty awesome, dude. Yeah. So okay, let's do the video. I think the graphic, like the still things, maybe need a little bit more.
The video we have where it's getting closer to the top, there's some pine trees at the top of that ridge.
They're about 25 feet tall because they grow in the rocks, and this is California, so we got a lot much water up there. So the only water they get basically is the snowpack, and they don't grow real fast up there. So the trees are probably 20 to 25 feet tall.
Yeah, not like the ones that are directly in front of us. Those are pretty tall. So the ones up at the ridge that are growing on that rock, they don't grow as big, but they're still pretty tall. And when that thing gets to the top of the ridge on one of the last videos, you can pause it and see, like you can use those trees as a reference to its size. And
Right.
It's good size, man.
Okay.
I was hoping maybe you guys could clean up the photos and look at it. I want to know what it is.
So I'll say this here, guys. When I'm looking at the size of this tree, do you see where my mouse is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that relationship to this dot, Sonny, you were kind of explaining how big of an animal this could be, and people are thinking bears, and mention the
We don't have brown bears in California. We only have black bears. The largest black bear, I think known is
Rogers, and it made the record.
Yeah, Roger, a buddy of ours, Roger. He shot a record bear at 376 or 386 pounds. So I mean, anybody that knows anything about hunting, that or killing, seeing a dead bear, that's not going to be a 8-9 foot animal at all.
Yeah.
Can bears even climb mountains like that?
To me,
I've never seen anything. A
They
mountain
don't have
climber.
thumbs.
yeah, I don't know how anything would climb that without mountain climbing gear like ropes, and it's no way.
It's a straight face. It's what we have here and where we hunt over here. It's all granite rock. There's not a lot of dirt and all that. It's just almost all granite, like El Cap or whatever,
Yeah, it's real slick.
or half dome and all that. That's kind of what we hunt. And there's just a lot of sheer cliffs where glaciers have gone through and knocked them off, and that's what that is. It's just a sheer cliff.
Wow.
I know goats can climb like that, but that looks too big to be a goat.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I thought. That looks
Like
way
like
too big to
10-foot
be.
goat.
There's number one that's at 7,000 feet, and there's no goats or nothing. Yeah, we have deer, we have mule deer, we have blacktail, we have bear and mountain lions, and that's it. That's all that's there. Bobcats, yeah.
So,
But I mean, as far as large animals, that's it.
So, brother, like when we started at this little arrowhead here, if we can call that,
Right.
between that point and the object that's raising in elevation, you know what I'm looking at is the shadow that's casted at the bottom here.
Yeah.
You know that every hour that shadow extends a certain amount.
Right. Yeah.
So we can kind of relatively tell how much time has spent going from this little vagine from the big vagine, right? So that's
the one that I'm talking about is right where he's headed towards. If you go straight up from where he's at, that white
saddle that's right above him,
where your arrow's at, your pointer was.
Yeah, he's headed right up there.
That's what we call the vagina saddle or whatever. Not way down there where you were at.
Yeah, it's up there.
So that happened. The shadow doesn't change between the last video and this one.
Right.
So that tells me it's under an hour for sure.
Oh yeah,
dude, I was only there for about maybe 15 minutes.
So in 15 minutes,
no, we were there for 15 minutes. In about 5 minutes, he runs up that whole cliff and over the top.
Right.
Damn.
Dude, so he's hauling ass, dude.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it. It's just like he's just
hand over hand climbing. Like, it looks like a man physically going hand over hand in the beginning of that real shaky video.
If you look at the backs of his legs or backs of his hands and feet, they're white as well. It's not just a black animal.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, you could definitely see and there's some audio in here, and I don't know if you want to
I don't care. You can play whatever you want.
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. All right, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Listen.
Small.
Go ahead. I don't have no audio.
Yeah, no audio yet.
No audio? Oh,
No audio.
dang it. I think I'm so good at like tech stuff, but I'm really not.
And just to throw in there, if you look at the trees like right above it, it's not that much smaller. Well, it is smaller, but you can kind of use that for size reference.
That's what I was. That's the trees at the top are the ones that we're telling you that they don't get over 25 feet. So those can be in between 15 and 25 feet tall.
Nice.
Wow, that thing is huge.
Dude.
It's big, dude. We don't have bears here that big.
I can't express how far away that is, because I'm on one ridge filming to another ridge.
Right.
So, I mean, it's actually even larger than what you think, what you see on the video, because of your perspective is off.
Right.
It's huge.
So dude, I wish I was more prepared if I had more time. If I didn't, maybe we need to have you back on and as like a, hey, we've zoomed into this video, but I just want to play this clip really quick because you can kind of see the movement. If anybody else out there is kind of wondering, is this thing photoshopped in? You could clearly see this thing is moving, man.
Yeah, I apologize for the video, how shaky and all over the place I am, but that's because, like I said, it was a new phone.
I was telling Ben that's what a Bigfoot video is supposed to look like.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like.
You nailed it. Yeah. Let's do that next one, because that next one you can really see him kind of getting up into that little ridge.
This middle one here?
Yeah, which is pretty neat. I mean, it's like for us, it's small. Like you said, on the video camera, the perspective, like you can't get the perspective, but at about a half a mile away, standing there, dude, I mean, you know, like we've been climbing on mountains before. I've seen you from like a far distance and I can still make out that you're a person, right? You don't look like a tiny little ant. So I can only imagine, dude, from a half a mile away, looking up into this mountain, this ridge.
It might even be further than a half a mile.
Yeah, that ridge is at least a half a mile high.
That ridge is, about a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile high. That ridge is,
from the bottom to the top.
That cliff, that's about how high that is. And the funny thing is how I even seen it. I didn't have binoculars or nothing. Me and the kid, I was showing him. There's another, like a lookout type deal that we go and check out and scout for deer on the other ridge and stuff. And I told the kid, I said, well, let's check here. You haven't been up here yet. So, I was taking him to new spots. And he was like, all right, let's check it out. So we go over there. And he's like, well, all right. I said, hey, what is that on the side of the mountain? So I grabbed my phone and I zoomed in and was using it like binoculars. I said, wow, check this out. And then that's when I started recording. Says, here's your I think I found your Bigfoot, Sonny. So,
dude, I love that. So like so you didn't realize this was someone else that was someone younger that maybe was tuned into some kind. I just love that idea that maybe they tuned into some frequency that was like, that we don't normally tune into all the time. I don't know if that's something you're open to, but I just love that idea, man. Here's another. So I just pulled up another shot, guys. Is where you can clearly see like the movement from. This is not the first time, the first shot, but here's the second shot that's like a bit higher. And then the third shot's way to the left here.
Yeah. He was moving.
Yeah, he was trucking.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. I never seen nothing like it.
So that, so in your opinion, like what do you think this is? It's not is it a bear, or do you think it's something that you've never seen before?
Something I ain't never seen before. And
11-foot tall monkey.
Yeah, it's something that can flat climb a mountain. How's that? No, I honestly believe it's Bigfoot. There's been sightings up there before.
It might have been cinnamon berry.
I've never seen it.
Yes.
So Sonny, hey brother, hey, I mean, feel free to get back into the camera, but you were telling me on the phone yesterday about the particular. Tell us about the particular place you guys were in, and who kind of maybe grew up in that area or owns that particular property.
It's owned by the government, but that's when you hunt here, everything's broke up into sections, and we hunt D9,
D7.
No, I'm sorry, D7. And,
get it right.
Like, yeah, I know, huh? Like the coast area would be the A zone. I wouldn't be familiar with that, but Yeah, D7 is where we hunt. It's not very big. How many miles do you think that is?
Oh, D7, huge. That's
Yeah, but I mean,
what
it's not compared to A. So
No,
yeah.
A zone's the whole coastal range.
Yeah, and then D7's like the mountain range.
Is a section of the mountain range.
And we're actually not very far from Nevada when we're in
Yeah,
D7
it goes, if you're familiar with the area, it goes from Fresno County. It's Fresno County all the way to Inyo County. It goes from Kings to Mariposa. That's the square. That's how far. That's exactly where D7 is. I've hunted up there for almost 50 years.
Yeah, that's just where we like I said.
I've never seen anything like this in my life, and I've been up there all my life.
I've seen big bears, like I said. Our buddy just took one 2 years ago that's in the record book, and I think it was 376. And that's like a record-breaking bear. And whatever's on that heel, you wouldn't see it if it was only 400 pounds. You wouldn't see it from that distance unless you were looking through a spotting scope and came across it. You're not gonna see a 400-pound man from that distance crawling up that hill from that far away.
You don't usually see 400-pound men outside.
Especially one double that size, 11 feet tall, scaling a mountain with no rope.
Dude,
Moving too.
What's that guy's name? He does the free climbing. That's just fucking insane. What's his name? But that guy is like, what, maybe
an anomaly.
Maybe 6 foot, weighs 135 pounds.
He's got to be like 5'5", 5'6".
You wouldn't be able to see him like on the side of that mountain, but that guy has like free climbed, like El Cap and shit, like with no ropes, no harness, nothing, just massive balls and really strong hands.
That's all you would see is his balls, dude, shimmering in the moonlight.
His balls on the side of that mountain, dude. Oh, I couldn't even, dude. When I watched that guy's documentary, like I almost shit my pants, like living vicariously through him. I
had a fear boner for 3 weeks,
dude. Seriously,
I was scared of heights. I don't even watch that shit. I don't like it.
I wonder if that thing's got some caverns out there it's living in.
Ooh, good question.
We have a lot of caves.
A lot of caves.
There's a cave right now, 50, 70 yards from the trailer?
Yeah.
With a bear in it, though. That's a bear. We know that. Tracks of a bear. I'm not climbing that thing to see what tracks it left. That is, I don't even know how I would get up there. I'd have to go up the left side of the ridge on that picture. You could see there's an easier way up if it had just went to the left. But he went
All right. Okay, I'm getting dizzy.
He's gonna fall off if you keep doing that.
I wonder what route that thing took.
Look, I mean, it looks straight up, man. And Sonny, you said that angle is like almost straight, bro. Right?
It is. You couldn't go up that. I'm telling you, there's no way none of us could climb that. It's not possible.
I mean, dude, just the fact that, like, when you look at the picture, like, even not zoomed in, that you can see the black dot on the side of the mountain, like, tells you that whatever it is massive.
Now, that is zoomed in on my iPhone at 6x right there.
That picture is.
I'm curious because
that's what I seen when he showed me the pictures, and I was like, dude, that's a cave in the mountain. And then he showed me this video this year of that cave climbing up the mountain, and I almost shit my pants. I don't even want to go back out there by myself no more.
So how, from where you started filming the video to the top, just an estimate? I mean, how tall is that? Would you think?
I would say probably about anywhere from 2,500 to 3,500 feet.
God damn.
It's about right at a mile, almost a mile, at least 3/4 mile.
Yeah.
Wow. And he scaled it in like 5 minutes?
Yeah, up and over.
Dude,
he goes up, and then
he stops to take little rest breaks, though. He does stop, and then he continues on, and
he goes up to that V, the gray V in the saddle, kind of a saddle-looking thing. It's what that is where the sand blows. When the wind's blowing, sand blows into that like gray spot that he's headed up towards.
Yeah.
And then he makes the turn to the right of it, I think. And he goes up and to the right, and then there's like a little ledge you can see. He goes across the ledge and then up and over the top.
Yeah.
But, okay, see now right there, that right underneath where you got that your thing at, there's a gray V.
Yeah.
He goes, that's all sand that's blown off of the mountain that I'm filming from. And it gets packed in there because that's the only level spot there is that can hold anything.
Wow. Wow.
You know,
Dude,
it's
that's
like,
insane.
It's granite.
Like I can barely run a mile in 5 minutes without resting.
I can drive
up a mountain.
So, hey, guy, you also mentioned that he had like lighter colored hands and feet.
Right, they're like gray, or that I could see in one of the videos. You could see where he had like gray or white, either legs or feet. I don't know. I couldn't really tell. It's been a long time since I even looked at these videos.
He says in the video it's got white feet. That's what he tells
I know.
us.
So my question, like, this is like not gotcha journalism, dude. This is just like a bunch of dudes that like love this kind of shit. My question is like, did you see it with your own eyes? Was there like a difference between the hands and the rest of like maybe fur or?
Well, I didn't. All I seen was it looked like a black body with gray or white feet.
So
feet.
There was a difference between the body and the feet and hands and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting to me. I love that you remember that like stuck out in your memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing, because it was a year ago almost exactly that I filmed this.
Yeah.
Almost exactly a year ago.
And then Sonny gave you shit, and then like
and then I was embarrassed, and I was like, hell, I ain't gonna tell anybody about it. I haven't told a soul. It just said on my iPhone.
Well,
And then we were out it up the hill the other day.
You never told me about the videos, man. You showed me that fucking video. I was like, holy shit, that cave's crawling up the mountain.
He says, I got some guys I want to talk to. I got some guys you need to talk to. So here I am.
I'll tell you this, dude. Sonny was like, "Hey, I feel bad. Like, dude, I should have listened, dude."
Yeah, I should have listened.
And we're always joshing each other pretty hard anyway, you know. So
that's the funnest. That's the funnest part when you're out. You know, that's just what.
That's part of constant camping and stuff.
But like, so as a crew as a posse of dudes that have been out in the wilderness for, I mean, God knows how many years. Why is this the one thing that stands out to you guys? Like, have you ever seen anything similar to this?
It's the first Wookiee I ever seen in the mountains.
That's a good answer.
I've never seen nothing like it. I mean, and that's why I recorded it. My kid was even giving me shit about it. I told him he's going, no, that's got to be a mountain climber. I said, look how far away that is. He goes, yeah. Well, then there's two of them. I said, no. I said, you know, I'm trying to make reason of it as well. I'm like, well, maybe it was a shadow casted with the guy climbing. But I mean, I was, you know what you do. You're trying to explain it to yourself because you've never seen it before. Exactly. You didn't know what it was, and you don't want to look like an idiot. So
right. Well, that's the thing is like, there's this like thing that cultural people, you know, everybody that is obsessed with cultural scientists, like, oh, we have to believe the guy that's an expert. Well,
right.
Who's a better expert than you guys, dude? You're out there every hunting season.
That's right. I'm a doctor scientist too.
And you're a doctor scientist.
Yeah, an official.
So like why can't we just agree that like people that are out in the wilderness and know what the fuck things look like?
Yeah.
Those are y'all are experts.
If I thought that was a bear in any way, I wouldn't have told him, hey man, you got to talk to these guys. I got to send them these videos because
yeah,
it ain't no damn bear.
yeah, dude. So okay, so I mean, Sonny, you're leaving me on pins and needles, man. Tell the people what the local story is.
Yeah, that's what started this, guys. That's what started me taking the trail camera out. I mean, the GoPro, my phone with us, and then telling these guys, hey, you got to carry your phone. You find any footprints, even if you think it looks like a Bigfoot track or anything, you take a picture. I want to see it. Just bring it to me. Then he brings me that picture, and I make fun of him. So, yeah, I'm an asshole. I feel bad.
Dude, you're such a dick, dude.
Hey, I know. And
hey, we love you. We love you.
But when I seen the video, to me it was jaw dropping to me because I have to be out there with the damn stick with a point on it, and a bow is all I'm shooting. This time of year, you can't even carry a sidearm, no rifles, no nothing during bow season. Damn. So it's a little terrifying to know there's something that's bigger than 400 pounds, that doubles 400 pounds, and
that Bigfoot would mess you up.
Like a man, not like an animal, up the side of a cliff that you couldn't even fathom going down, let alone trying to go up it. I mean, it's nuts. And then what started, like I said, us carrying our phones and cameras is it's a big legend there that's where Bigfoot lives, at Wishon Lake in California. It's just above Shaver, and there's a little store there when you get up in the mountains, and it's Wishon Village. And when you go in there, they got Bigfoot everything, Bigfoot slippers, Bigfoot dolls. I've been where Bigfoot lives, or just everything you can think of. This Bigfoot.
Yeah, I wouldn't even show them my video because you made so much fun.
Yeah, we didn't even show the people in the store.
Oh, they would be like, oh my God, let's put this on TV in front. Like, we're gonna get so much. So
I killed a rattlesnake there, and they say there's no timber rattlers up there. Big rattlesnakes. There's not supposed to be big, huge rattlesnakes and shit up there. Yeah. The biggest rattlesnake I've ever seen, I killed up there. He's right here.
Yeah, what was it? 7 foot?
She's just gonna grab a rattlesnake. Show us.
No, it's not my ad. He died because he tried to bite me.
What was that? 18 rattlers? Jesus.
Yeah, it's like 13.
13. That's a great. So
there is things up there that
people ain't never seen.
Yeah, people ain't never seen that. I've killed that, and the only reason I killed it is because it honestly chased me. That thing chased me a good 30 feet till I made it to the truck and jumped in the truck and started swinging the shovel at it. I don't know what was wrong with it. I don't.
Are we still talking about the rattler?
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere, man. Really, it came out from under my truck, trying to bite. Yeah, it was not good. But yeah, when I killed that, I took it to that store. There's a guy that's there all year round. He doesn't go home when it snows. He stays up there, takes care of the place. I showed it to him. He couldn't believe it. He told me, you didn't kill that here. Well, I killed it right at the dam, and there's just no way. Those aren't up here that big. We don't have those up here. But yes, you do.
We got one less.
Yeah, we got one less.
Yeah,
but
got one less. Yes.
So there's things up there, I guess, that nobody's seen, but that's proof that there is something up there. I've never seen anything that big. I don't think a bear could climb up the side of that mountain, to tell you the truth. I don't think he would make it. You'd see that bear falling down 12 times, 15 times, and then stopping. I don't think he would make it.
Never slides out, skins out.
No, he never slid back. That dude just goes straight up the mountain. And when he's crawling in that video, you can see his hands, and it's literally hand over hand over hand before the video starts shaking and going away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what got me right there. I was like, whoa, that looked like a man.
Yep.
But no, they're that big that you can see from that far away. Not even if you put a ghillie suit on, and then that would be impossible to climb with a ghillie suit on. You would slide right down.
Dude, what would happen if the day comes when we actually come face to face with this thing and it's trying to speak some kind of language? Like, will we still try to trap it, or will we try to treat it like trying to communicate?
As big as that thing was, I hope my 30-06 is big enough.
Oh no!
Because if the thing wanted to take someone out, man, that thing would have took someone out probably.
We get people missing up there every year.
Yeah, there's still a guy. There's still a guy passed by his truck like 5 times 5 years ago, and thought, man, he is on something because he ain't coming off of this trail. His truck's there every day. That's because that dude went in the first day I seen him and never came back out. They haven't found his gun. They haven't found anything to this day.
Holy
Everything's
crap.
still going. And that's where we hunt, dude. In other words, we've walked over the top of that thing 1,000 times where he hunts, and since he's been there, we've never seen nothing.
Oh, okay. Guys, got a question for you. If Sasquatch is, you know, let's I want to be respectful as possible, you know, like let's be on the same plane here. Like if it is a conscious being that's very intelligent, could possibly be interdimensional, you know, it has to eat. It has to eat, right?
Mhm.
So
Deer.
so what does it eat in your opinion?
It eats bear berries and deer.
We have gooseberries up there.
Yeah, they call them gooseberries. Like
We have
bear berries.
gooseberries up there by the acres and acres and acres of gooseberries. And I've seen bears eating them. I've seen deer eating them. I've ate them.
I've seen the center of those plants eaten that aren't smashed down around the outside. That's what gets me.
That's true too.
So it's like
Picked.
You know, like you reached over and ate it, and you're not eating that stuff because it's nasty, dude. It's real bitter. You can eat it, full of vitamin C, and give you the shits. But it'll keep you from starving to death if you're lost. But you don't want to
Keep
eat
you
them.
hydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
Dude.
But yeah, it's weird. I see things. I've seen hair. I've seen hair on trees. It's way up there. You know, like I've reached up and grabbed it and went, that's different, and put it back. I've never once thought, oh, that's Bigfoot hairs. You know, it's just hair to me, a clump of hair. I never really thought. I never really was looking for
Thinking
Bigfoot.
of maybe a bear climbing a tree.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
I like how you put the hair back in the tree.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
like,
stick it back in there. You never know. And then, yeah, if I was to come across one, I'm the kind of person that is with all animals, not just anything. I mean, not just that. With any animal, if it's not aggressive towards me, I'm not aggressive back. Everything's got a chance. Ben, you see pictures of Fuzzy Nuts. He hangs out at the trailer. I don't kill him. And
Yep.
yeah, yeah, he goes and eats our food every day.
Think about how
I've
strong
seen-
you have to be to carry a deer up a mountain. Like I don't know if you've ever pulled a
That's strong
grab a
right
deer.
there.
Oh.
and moving
Yeah. Do it every year. It's hard, man. It's so hard. I can't even make it halfway out. I got to go find Donnie and tell him, hey, I shot a deer. You're going to help me.
Just like that thing's probably picking it up and just
Yep.
moving.
Oh, the thing that was going up that mountain, Trevor, could have carried 2 up that mountain with him, it looks like, with no problem. It's
just walked up the mountain.
huge.
It's
So-
interesting.
Dude, Trevor, you break a great point, man, because Sonny, you had mentioned that based off of your expertise of the area and your reference of how big things are, and you know the record black bear is like way less than what this creature would be. Could
sure.
it possibly be what Trevor's saying? Maybe this guy got this meat for his family and was like, hey, look, the fastest way up is through this freaking mountain. You know, I'm going to chance it. I'm going to go. Is like, I'm seeing that as a possibility. Like he threw it over his shoulder. We're so far away. We just can't see it. And that's why he's just, I'm just like seeing my eyes through this possibility of a terrestrial, maybe interdimensional being like, hey, I'm just trying to feed my family. Y'all fuck off. Stop trying to film me all the damn time.
yeah.
Well, if that was the case, and he was going to make it over that ridge, it needed to get to the other side of that ridge. It could have went down. There's a river at the bottom that feeds with Shawn Reservoir. He
Right.
could have went down about a mile and went around the ridge.
Yeah, you would
didn't
have
have
a
to-
way
he
easier.
didn't
Like
have
a
to
path
go
we
over
would
it.
have took. We would have took an easier path. This thing is just able to go right up.
And the reason
limitations.
I think that the reason it went up and over is because of, assholes like me that wanted to record it. We were looking at it.
I
So-
was just about to
Get away
say
from
that. Like, it's smart enough to know, like, hey, there's people here, there's people here. I know there's people over there. I obviously don't want to be caught, but if somebody's going to see me, they might as well see me on the side of a friggin' mountain where they can't follow me, you know?
Right.
Think about
Exactly.
that.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Bigfoots are smart enough to. I mean, they really clearly there's something there, and it's smart enough to be avoided for a long time. You know, if it was kind of stupid, it would probably run out in the street or run up at somebody's house or try to take a trash can or something. But it's like very precise on where it is and where it goes, and it knows routes. You know, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
My
definitely.
thing was, I didn't believe in this at all. Absolutely not. And because everybody and their brother has been looking for this guy. We've never found any bones. We've never found any hair that didn't match another DNA. We haven't found anything, not a tooth, nothing. And then I see this going up a hill or over the ridge, and I was like, what the hell is that? So
yeah,
I'll tell you what, I believe in it now.
Yeah, definitely. I would too, man, especially if I got video like that. I mean, like,
I would go investigate that area.
yeah, I mean,
well, I was hoping that you guys would do your video, whatever it is, to it, pick it apart, and try to figure out, like, you can get a better sight of it. You know what I'm saying?
We had talked about that. I told Sonny, like, hey, I'll figure it out. But then I didn't have enough time between when we talked in our show. But
we know.
Yeah.
We've got a buddy that has his name's Finney, and he's really good at this kind of shit. So I might actually, we had him on the podcast a couple weeks ago. He's really good at that stuff. He might be the person to like figure out, you measure the size, the average size of an evergreen tree or whatever. He's like insanely smart about that kind of stuff. So I'm actually interested in just kind of like sending this to him to see what he would do.
And I went and I took a couple pictures the other day. I tried to be exactly where I was at when I filmed the video with my nephew in front of it, so that you could see a picture of my nephew, so you can see how tall he is, and then the ridge on the back that I was filming, where this whatever it was climbing over the ridge. Now you'll get an idea. I think Sonny sent it to you in a text message or something, but you can show that to him as well.
Yeah. I'm trying to look, because that was like the last thing we talked about, me and Sonny, yesterday, is like getting that reference, and I'm gonna try to pull that up real quick.
Dude,
and the reason I'm not in the exact same spot is because there was an RV park there, and the guy was from Munich, Germany, and he was asking me why I was in his campsite, and I was trying to explain to him why I just wanted to take a couple pictures, and yeah, it almost didn't go so good, but I got some pictures.
You're like, well, to be honest, sir, I saw a Bigfoot here. Right? Like, how do you have a conversation like that with somebody?
Like, shut up, dude.
You think Bigfoot eats fish?
Probably, dude.
If there's like a river down there?
There's all the creeks up there full of trout.
Yeah, man. I mean, they got everything they need.
Deer aren't that hard. The female deer up here, they'll walk right into your camp. We can't shoot those. They're never scared of anything. I could see a Bigfoot snatching one of those things right off the ground.
Yeah, Sonny was almost got to pet one last weekend. He was, come here, baby girl, come here.
Yeah.
He walked out, and he got like a foot and a half from her before she finally boosted.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. Some places that I work, like out here in Austin, I mean, it's like a really protected area, and like deer will literally just walk up to you, and like you'll be sitting by a tree and they come sniff your lunchbox, and you're like, what the hell are you doing? But you go like 20 miles east where I live, and you got to look hard for a deer, because they're not coming up to your house. That's for sure.
Exactly. That's how it is here, because we have to shoot our bucks. They have to be
Fuzzy nuts.
That's fuzzy nuts. Yeah.
Nice. Dude, the wolves are smart, man.
They have to be a forked horn on one side or bigger, so you can't.
Yeah, that's fuzzy nuts eating the deer corn. I mean his corn.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sonny. I just thought that was really funny because I love squirrels so much. But I know you sent it to me, dude. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm bad with that. But like,
No, you're fine, man. You're
dude,
fine.
I saw this one and it was a great like trajectory of where the being kind of like started and ended up. And dude, it's my license. Okay, well, should not put that on the internet. Damn it! Oh shit! I just doxed myself. Fuck that hell! No!
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh god, dude.
Please, nobody send me a box of shit. Please,
You have to do a quick.
please, nobody send me a box of shit.
Edit before.
Might have to do some editing. This would be the only edited episode ever in UFO Garage history, dude. Oh, dude, that little line of where y'all drew where the path that the Bigfoot took.
Yeah, I drew that, and I went too far off to the right with that line, but I was just showing you that he kind of goes to the right on that ridge and then goes up over it.
Yeah,
there is a ridge. I was trying to trace the ridge.
I think that's the only ridge on that whole slide.
Yeah, he doesn't even really take it. He just takes it for a few feet and then goes over it.
Dude, yeah. I mean, just like, so right there where he's at to the top to where the line follows to show the path.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a human, that's going to take you over an hour to navigate, right?
Oh, yeah.
Even with ropes. I mean, over an hour, easy. So for him to get from the bottom of this mountain all the way to the top in less than 5 minutes, like,
it's impressive.
What the hell? Like, yeah, the arm span, the leg span, the reach that has to be accomplished to make it that quickly is absolutely insane. So even if it's if you think it's a bear or you think it's a human, like if you put it into the perspective on how long it would take one of those things to actually climb the side of this mountain, it doesn't really add up. So whatever this is, man, is pretty incredible. I mean, did you hear any strange like noises, any like whoops or anything like that?
Way too far away.
Did you want to yell at it or shoot at it or anything?
No, no, I didn't.
That's what I was when I watched the video. I was thinking, man, I could probably reach that with my 7 mag. You would know I was shooting at you. But what if that was a person? Because it don't look like an animal to me, man.
I'm prior military, and I could have definitely hit it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, that never crossed my mind. I was in total awe.
Yeah.
Man, just throwing this out there, it's kind of off the wall. What if like Bigfoots have an ability to change the frequency of your mind to make you like calm, and that's what they do to deer, and they snatch up the deer.
Right.
They,
yeah.
like kind of leave you froze, like, oh man.
I mean, UFOs do that, right? You know, like a lot of people in the UFO community say that, like, when I saw this stuff, I wasn't scared at all. I was actually not happy. I wasn't sad. I had zero feelings. I just walked with them. You know, like they have the ability to change that frequency in your mind. And it you know, if we're saying that this is some other type of being that, you know, we assume is like just like a giant ignorant monkey, but we know nothing about it. We literally know nothing about it.
And
that's what Ben is
for us. Not
that's me.
Yeah. So
it's crazy,
dude. That's pretty interesting, man. I know, especially from the perspective of like, if I ever came face to face with it, well, I hope it can run fast because I'm gonna shoot it, right? You know, but you know, for you seeing it like on the cliffside and then having like almost like a different mindset on like, wow, like you're just in awe. Like
But he's definitely far away. He wasn't going to hurt me. You know, that's the only reason I would ever shoot is if I thought I was fearing for my life.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Me too, right?
That's what I said. That's how my mindset is. I treat it the way it treats me. You know?
Yeah.
I carry big enough sidearm up there during rifle season that I thought it was big enough. A 44 Magnum, and now I'm not sure. I'm not sure what would happen if you shot something that big with a gun like that.
Dude, yeah. What would be
You just piss it off, man.
what would be a big enough bullet to take down a 1,000-pound animal like that? Like,
I mean, I think any shot in the head would probably end anything.
You'd be surprised. A 30-30 will bounce off a bear's skull sometimes if you shoot him straight on.
That's crazy.
my
You
God.
I've heard that.
Don't even knock him out.
I'd use a 458 lot. I think that'd have on him.
Yeah.
The 458 lot. I think that'd do it.
like here's what I'm thinking about. Like, okay, the like scary moment in your life when you're encountering a bear and you realize there's nothing you can fucking do. Like, there's been people that have been attacked by bears.
I run at bears and they'll take off and go straight up to the tree.
Dude, bears can climb trees.
No, they can't. You can't climb. They'll climb after you, man.
Yeah, bears climb
They'll
trees.
eat you ass first, man.
I'll tell you the story, guys, about me stepping on one like 4 seasons ago. I was trying to shoot.
You were staying at the Four Seasons?
Oh, yeah.
Stepped on a bear about 4 years ago.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
deer hunting. I was deer hunting and with the bow, and I'm crouched down, sneaking, being real quiet, and I'm trying to get in this meadow. There's a deer eating on the edge of the meadow. Okay, he's on the edge of the meadow. I've got to get around the corner so I can shoot back into the meadow, because I can't shoot through the trees to get to him. I have to come around the corner to do it. And it's on a dirt road. And next to the dirt road, we have buckbrush. It's just bushes. Yeah, white thorns, white thorn bush. We call it buckbrush. And I'm traveling along that dirt road, moving really slow. And as I'm looking at the deer the whole time, I see this black thing rip itself out from under my boot. And I look down, and the whole bush starts shaking. The whole bush starts shaking, and if you guys can see me, all I have to do is turn and shoot. Boom, and then I would have shot this bear. It scared me so bad. I turned in a complete circle like this before I got back around into this bear. I was scared shitless, and it ran 20 yards. It covered 20 yards quick. Up a hill, okay, not a cliff, but up a hill, and then stopped and looked at me. And I could have shot him. He was legal, but he didn't attack me. And I just tell him, "Bear, get the hell out of here," because he's scared. Well, when I did the shaking, and I don't like to tell this part, but I screamed like a fucking girl, man, when that happened. I said, "Ah!" And the deer took off, man. And so did the bear. Yeah, then he stopped and looked at me, and I was pissed. I was like, "Get the hell out of here, bear!" And he went up to the crest of the mountain, and he followed the ridge of that mountain and went up in the rock somewhere and disappeared. He didn't go over it. He just kept his eyes on me. But yeah, so I actually stepped on one before. But sleeping, I don't know if he was going to eat me or if he was asleep, and I just crept up on him. I don't know. I don't think I'm that quiet.
That's crazy, dude.
But yeah,
That's
it happened.
crazy.
Bears are massive.
Yeah, if he would have grabbed me, I would have hurt him, or I would have tried anyway. He was hurting me, but he didn't try to hurt me, and I don't eat them. They're nasty to me. They stink. And yeah, deer's good. Deer tastes good. But yeah, the bears are just gross. But yeah, that's it, man. I stepped on one before, on his foot.
Whoa, dude. Chad Smith.
Chad
thank
Smith.
you, dude.
Woo!
Hey, we're
I
all
was Chad Smith.
Hey, are you? Wait, I'm feeling very Chad Smithy tonight.
I'm a little Chad Smithy.
I'm
yeah.
almost feeling like Chad Smithian.
Yeah, definitely.
It's almost like a time and place. It's like a time and period, like a period.
I told you that I've been saying that at work that I'm Chad Smith, and everybody's like,
Nobody-
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like he'll tell people.
I mean, even when I tell them I'm Dave Scott, they're just looking at me like,
Yes, man.
you would know.
I love how like it. I don't know when and where it started, but like this is how memes start, right? Like
Yeah.
Like it's like kind of an inside joke, but then it like becomes like everybody understand. It's like a new form of language. Like it's the Chad language.
Yeah, dude, it's a living meme.
But you know what I love that is that it's the name Chad.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
I love Chad Smith. We chatted with him a bunch of times, but one of my favorite movies is Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
thinking.
he's like, was it the Chad?
No,
was
that
it the Chad?
that was Charlie's Angels.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
the
serious?
Chad was great.
Yeah,
The
like,
Chad
Yes,
was
yes,
great.
you know, yes,
Yes.
Okay.
the Chad was great.
Okay, so like I finally know an actual Chad in real life, and like he's like a fucking cool ass dude, and now we can like joke about like I don't know.
Now we know for sure the Chad is great.
It's
right?
so
That's
now
right.
we know that the Chad is good. It wasn't the Chad.
Oh, dude, man. So William was talking about looking up the incidences where like there's like brown bears that have been hibernating, and then all of a sudden they have broken backs. Like
Ooh.
brown bears are pretty massive, dude. I mean,
They're
that's a
huge.
big ass bear. So, kind of like back on the Bigfoot topic, like if something was to come in, right, and try and take that food, and the bear was like, excuse me, what do you think you're doing? Something massive, dude. Like,
Dude, Bigfoot
I don't
out
know.
here suplexing grizzly bears, bro.
Yeah, just straight like giving them the people's elbow on their backs or something. Like,
Well, you imagine what it's like when we hit someone with a bat. Just imagine the bat that thing could swing.
A
Jeez.
tree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
like
imagine
they're-
the bat he's swinging. Oh.
taking just full logs,
tree.
dude. Full logs.
Dude, that's what like Sasquatch does. He like fucking plays baseball in the forest.
Yeah.
You never hear a bear like making like a hurt sound though in the woods, which is crazy. Or like
Oh,
you never hear the
Dude,
deer
it's like-
whining.
Yeah, we have.
Have you?
We heard bad sounds at night. Yeah, like cows getting attacked and stuff. And normally that's followed up by mountain lion sounds, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just a cow in distress real bad, and there's no growling but it's off far, and you don't go looking for shit at night like that. There is mountain lions here.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, they'll get you.
Hell
It is
no.
interesting though.
so
You never find a carcass like just.
Oh, yeah.
You might, I guess, but
yeah, Trevor, good point. So like, I have you guys ever found I know that bear carcasses are very like hard to find. Like they're super like no one ever finds bear skulls. Like it's very rare. Like Sonny, have you ever found like a bear skull in the wild?
Nope, that's what me and Donnie were just. I asked him too. He said never either. We've never found a carcass unless we know that it's someone that dumped the carcass, and harvested the bear.
Right.
But we've never just happened upon an old one.
And you can't take a skull. You have to take the skull to Fish and Game down here. They do a DNA on them. You
Yeah.
can't.
So-
If you kill one, you have to take the skull with you.
Yeah, they want to know if it has any kind of grizzly bear relations, because if it does, they'd probably stop us from hunting bears for a while.
Right. So, Sony, you were saying like most of the bears that are legally hunted, even if it's a black bear, visibly a black bear, we know it's a black bear. If it has any kind of genetic makeup of a grizzly bear, right? Like you might be fined for like killing that thing, right?
Well, our state animal is grizzly bear. We haven't had a grizzly bear here in God knows how long. We extincted them, so they're not here. There is no and like damn near 100 years. There's been no grizzly bear in California. They're not here. There's no brown bears in California. Yeah, any fishing game, we have bears that are colored brown, but they have no brown. No,
We call them cinnamon colored black bears.
that's what Fish and Game call them too. There's no genetic link to a grizzly bear. None, zero.
And they're small.
Yeah,
they're usually smaller.
Yep. So I think we lost your audio again, guys.
Oh no, you're there. You're there.
Oh, can you hear me? I was trying to like highlight you guys. I still don't know what I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, so like if we talk about
there's
being
like
in
no
the
ever bear.
like in the redwoods
Go ahead.
and seeing a an unknown bipedal animal. It could be a grizzly bear. We've seen them standing on the hind legs, but I think what I'm gathering from you guys is that there's a lot less grizzly bears than what we think are in the wild. And especially,
I used to live in Montana. I lived in Montana for a few years. There's grizzly bears there. There is no grizzly bears in California. They're just not here.
Huh.
I mean, it's like you guys. If you in Texas there, you went trout fishing. The only way you caught a trout is if somebody took that trout and put it in the river. There ain't no trout in Texas.
Right,
you know?
right. Yeah, that shit. Yeah.
I mean, you have a good point. Yeah.
I heard a conspiracy theory that the reason California had the grizzly bear is because it faces Russia and they always wanted to be commies.
Right. We are. Unfortunately, we got a few little red pockets here and there.
Yeah. Oh man,
That's crazy. So no ever like dead any kind of bear carcass.
I've never seen one. Not in a while. I've seen a lot. I've come up on a lot of deer carcasses and dead cows. Because
yeah,
we free range cattle here.
yeah.
So I've seen a lot of dead livestock.
Mm-hmm. We got to report those too. Well, to the
we know all the ranchers up there, so we report them to the ranchers, and then they tell Fish and Game.
That's
That's
awesome.
crazy.
Hey Trevor, just bringing in the conversation here. Is a bear like kind of a regular thing that you guys see in the mountains, or is?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, and I stayed in Hickory for a little while, and I mean it'd be common to see like black bears in your backyard going through your trash can. They are massive creatures in person though, and they're pretty smart. I mean, I seen one just go through trash, open the lid, know exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And just leave it there and take what they want and go.
No, these are bills.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
They're like big raccoons up here,
Yes, dude.
Honey, yes.
We've got some black bears here in Texas. You got to go to we do.
Got to go to the zoo to find them.
What? we've got like small bears up here.
Yeah.
I'm not.
They're out.
I don't know.
They're like out west.
The black bears are just small, and I was stationed in the Carolinas up there by you. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
You see all kind of stuff in the woods.
Yeah,
Yeah. Are you serious? I'm not.
I mean,
bullshitting.
I've
There
heard like
are.
Ruidoso, but this is like New Mexico,
Dude, like if you like certain trails and stuff that you go on, me and my wife do a lot of hiking. There's always like
You gotta see
a little
chupacabras
sign
out there.
that'll say, like beware of bears, bobcats. It has like a list of stuff that you gotta like look out for.
that there was a thing that was worried about in Texas with bears.
I've
dude.
never seen one like out in the wild in real life.
I mean, I've seen the
I
small ones.
would have done just like Sonny and been like, oh, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like spun in a circle for a little bit, but like they're here. They're here.
I've seen the small, cute ones called raccoons.
The raccoons.
Those are kind of like bears.
They're trash
Oh,
pandas.
they're mean.
Little bastards, man.
Dude, bears go wherever they want to, man.
Yeah, they
just
do.
move.
Yeah,
They like
do.
to get in your trailer. Like right now, we left the trailer. We're gonna go back to Washawn, where he filmed that at. That's where the trailer is. And bears up here, they know when you leave. If they smell food in there, you lock the door because they can open the door. And if you leave a vent open on the top, they'll climb up to the top of the trailer and go through the vent. And they will destroy the whole trailer's roach is gone after that.
Oh my
Man.
gosh, dude.
They're very smart. Like Trevor said, they're smart animals.
They're like big raccoons, man. It's crazy.
So, hey, Sonny, so I got a question for you, man. We had chatted offline, like, look, your interest in your interest in Bigfoot has kind of always kind of been a joke. And
A little.
which me too, man, cuz look, we have to have like a lighthearted approach to some of this stuff. Because if it was actually real, it'd be kind of fucking terrifying, dude.
You know what's crazy? Going off that, think about how many weird animals there are in the world, like kangaroos. Dude,
Oh,
kangaroos
yeah.
are insane.
yeah.
Think about that. I seen in Australia they have kangaroo boxing. You can literally box a kangaroo. This thing will grab onto you and just kick you, bro. Like that's insane. And you see videos where they're like tapping on the glasses of the house and like they're like deer heads with like I don't even know what kind of bodies, bro.
Like biceps bigger than Terry Crews, dude. Like huge.
It's like, what do? Push up all day? That's insane, dude. You know?
Dude, I love that video of that kangaroo that's like wrestling with that guy's dog.
Oh,
like, near a pond. And he just walks up to that kangaroo and like punches it in the face. And the kangaroo's like, holy shit, what happened?
Dude, they have like heads like deer, man. It's insane. It's like someone like crossbreeded them.
Yeah, it is weird, man. It's like it's supposedly the most efficient animal in the world. Also, when it comes to transportation, self-transportation, it's the most efficient animal in the world.
Other than mycelium, right?
It's science.
Like, I wouldn't be amazed, you know. Or I wouldn't be amazed for a Bigfoot to just be out here walking around.
Yeah, dude.
On something like that, you know, it wouldn't surprise me with these stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, like there's a lot of research that's gone into Bigfoot. There's a lot of studying that's gone into Bigfoot. You know, but like it's this kind of the same thing as the UFO community, right? I mean, like we've done a lot of research. There's been a lot of groundwork that's done. There's been a lot of headway that's made, but ultimately, dude, we're still guessing. Like we just don't know.
Oh, guys, all right. I've got a question for all of you guys. Which bear is best? Which bear is best? The brown bear? Don't answer. Bear. Don't answer. Brown. I'm gonna give you options. Somebody goes brown bear. Okay. Which bear is best? Brown bear, black bear, polar bear.
The polar. I like the polar. They can survive in like extreme stuff, man.
What about the Kodiak?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's bigger.
Brown bear.
That's bigger than the grizzly bear and polar bear together. The Kodiak. That's a big bear.
It's like a
yes,
leviathan of a bear. Like
isn't there cave bear? Isn't there a new species of bear that's recently been discovered? It's either the Kodiak or the brown bear that has actually mated with the polar bears because the polar bears have migrated a little bit south looking for food, and they started breeding. I think it's called a blonde bear.
I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't a grizzly bear because they're like up north, I think now, aren't they? The grizzlies.
They shot one a few years ago. It's probably been about 15 years ago now. A guy was bear hunting in Canada and shot one of those hybrids. It was a Kodiak polar bear cross.
Yes.
And it was like a liger. It was even way bigger than both of them put together, you know?
Yeah.
I love that liger, like that reference. Like actually, I love that so much because like the liger couldn't not exist in the wild.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's a lot of like new hybrids that are starting to pop up, like the coy wolf. That's like a mixture between the coyote and the wolf. Like they're actually like interbreeding now. That's pretty interesting.
And it has like a mohawk.
Crazy.
I just made that up. Hey, Aurelio, brother. Hey, thank you for the super chat, super sticker. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, dude.
Hey, Aurelio, if you guys haven't noticed, he's the guy that designed that T-shirt, bro. The Aurelio abduction T-shirt, man.
Oh, yes.
Shout out.
Yeah.
To Alexander as well.
Hell yeah.
That's all. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to say that real quick. But okay, so the blonde. Okay, guys, question: the blonde bear. How does the blonde bear not hail from California? I feel like it would.
It's a little far to travel.
Yeah,
it'd be like oh my god. I'm from California.
Sage Necro.
It'd get lost on the way there.
Yeah,
that was a really bad joke. Thanks for playing along.
Oh, that's how they sound.
Thanks for playing along. Okay, guys. Well, so we're on this subject of bears. We're talking about like bears beats Battlestar Galactica, but also Sasquatch.
I got one about a wolf before we Okay. You guys believe in anyone out there know what a skinwalker is?
Well,
Yeah.
before we answer this, Sonny, I want to bring in our guest Dave Scott because I
Dave's
guarantee you he's gonna know. So welcome Dave Scott to the chat, everybody. Everybody.
Dave!
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, dude?
You're on mute again, Dave.
Damn it, Dave.
Oh, man.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you gotta adjust your aux cable, man.
You
and
got a
Trevor
little
use the
squeezy.
same cables, man.
It happens, man.
Nope, it's coming in and out. It's like very staticky.
Oh, that was
though.
crazy.
Gotta whack it.
You just gotta twist
Give
it.
it the old Fonzie, you know?
That sounded.
Yeah.
You gotta hit it.
That was cool.
Hey. I hear you clicking.
It's
shit.
almost. I think it's your desktop and maybe select the
No, nothing.
Oh, so close.
Well,
1 second.
it's
All
a
right.
good practice.
We're gonna
before
bring
your
him back
show.
in. We're gonna bring him back in when he's ready.
Give
Give us a thumbs up, Davey.
Davey boy.
Dave Scott is dude. We met Dave Scott like what
Almost 2 years ago.
2 years ago,
Yeah.
and we didn't know the amount of interaction that he has had with Bigfoot,
Yeah.
which is kind of a lot.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
lives
man.
in northern Alaska,
Oh, wow. didn't know
Canada,
That's Southern Alaska.
southern Alaska. I know. I said that so that he would. I said that so that he could pissed and like tell me like what
Okay.
actually it is. Okay, let's dive in. Baby boy. Oh, not ready. So it's in Canada. Dave Scott has a gifting site with with a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
And there's like evidence that shit has been moved around that can't be moved around by like anything other than
He's got some pretty amazing photos.
yeah.
Like a ball with like a greasy handprint on it. Like it's pretty nuts. Like coins, like he's put coins like in trees and shit, and like they've been moved to like little like toy cars and stuff. It's pretty impressive, dude. Like just stuff.
I've seen something about that before. I wonder
Yeah.
if that was okay.
Squirrels out here with the hot box cars.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's like it's a gifting site. It's pretty cool, actually, man. He
Yeah.
showed us some pictures of it, and man, it was pretty convincing. I thoroughly enjoyed those pictures. They were really really awesome. But yeah, I mean stuff that just wouldn't be moved by like the wind or like a deer or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very
Yeah.
specific. Like you got to be kind of precise with what you're doing to move certain objects, and it's pretty interesting, man. He's got some really great stuff.
That goes back to Bigfoot would have to be intellectual. you know?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like everything points to them being smart and being conscious and aware. Like they're aware of.
I seen a video. I seen a video of Bigfoot. This family. I think the guy had two little girls with him, maybe like 4 and 6.
That was in Henderson.
And I seen it on TV. One of the shows, one of the Bigfoot shows, or just a UFO show or something. So I tried to look this up on YouTube, guys, and I can't find it anywhere because the video of this thing. Donnie even asked what it looked like. I told him it looked like a creature from Harry and the Hendersons, but with a scarier face. But that real. It gets up, walks away. Anything I've ever seen on TV, guys, I can look it up and find it on YouTube. Like when they pull those videos off,
yeah.
I cannot find that video anywhere, and it's probably a good 2 or 3 minute video. It even shows him walking away down a valley at the end.
Damn.
That was on a
I gotta
cable.
see this.
I could have recorded it. I didn't record it or anything. I just thought, I'm going to look that up on YouTube.
What the
You know,
hell?
But yeah, I've never been able to find it, and this was only like maybe 4 or 5 months ago.
Wow, dude.
It looks so real, man. It looks, if that was faked, man, that was awesome, guys. If someone faked that, But
Dude.
yeah, just crazy.
The there was an image that was posted not too long ago, and it was of the Army Corps of Engineers, I guess out here in Texas, and they were talking about like these wooded areas and things that you should keep an eye out for. And apparently, Bigfoot is an addition in their list of stuff to look out for. So, I mean, now you got the Army Corps of Engineers that are like writing these little booklets.
1, 2.
Hey, there you go, Dave.
There's Dave. We can hear you, boy.
Oh, let me 1 sec here, guys.
There we go.
I'm just trying to figure out if my audio is going to work here or not.
Yeah, you want to come back in here in a second? Let us know.
Uh-oh. Now we can't hear you.
There we go.
Gonna have to switch
You're back.
XLRs,
You're
bro.
back.
How am I sounding?
Fantastic.
Yeah, there you go.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you know what's happened here is my board.
You're almost too loud. You're like peaking a little bit.
I know. That's what I'm trying to fix.
Whoa.
Dude,
Yeah.
you got like a
Bigfoot.
freaking
My board, which I never touch the settings on, all of a sudden, like 3 days ago, decided to all of a sudden something went in there that has totally messed with my audio, and I can't seem to switch it.
You've got gnomes, dude.
Steven will do that.
Totally. By the way, you were talking about.
Gremlin's got him.
Crap. It cut out as you said you were talking about, and then it cut off.
The extraterrestrials hacked into his stuff, man.
It's crazy how often this happens, and like we try to make like a big deal out of it, but like,
People.
sorry, we can't. Nothing came through, bro. So sorry. So it's crazy how often we were like, "Oh, the government's censoring us," and then all the in between conversation comes out fine, but the moment we start to say something, it just cuts off. That's a very common thing. But Dave, dude, it sounds like there at the end it started to sound a little better.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Oh, perfect, brother. Perfect.
Right. Yeah, my guy Chuck just jumped in from California to clean it up.
Nice,
Chuck,
dude.
what's up, bro? Thanks, man.
Yeah.
And we all know Chad Smith that did it.
Chuck's.
Talking shit.
So I don't know if you guys saw my Facebook earlier. Hold on, Chuck is texting me. Thank you. This is the guy.
Chuck Smith.
Chuck's the guy. He owns a couple of radio stations. Well, one radio station that I'm on now. He used to be two, and he does all my tech stuff from his house in California, which is cool. But anyways, you guys were talking about bears earlier.
Yes.
So check this out. This happened like about an hour ago. I'm pulling out. I want to go get my Tim Hortons lemonade for the show, and
Solid.
And I pull out of my driveway, and I'm going down because I got to go down around this corner and then down a minor hill to get to the main street. And hold on, let me pull this up here for you. Oh, what the hell is happening there? Where's that enlarged screen? There we go. I'm going to share this with you, okay? If you don't mind.
Yeah.
All right. Is this the one? Yeah.
I figured out how to do that. Oh, here we go.
So
the stream. There we go.
Yeah, if you want to pull the so this is my neighbor's house, okay? And right there.
Boom. There he is.
I'm like
5 minutes.
No,
I'm like 45 feet away from
no!
the big bastard, and here he is climbing into the apple tree, just having a good time.
He's having a great time, dude.
Oh yeah, watch this stuff though, because like he starts like going on like two legs and standing there and knocking stuff down and yeah. There he is.
You, man.
There he is.
Like they're so little.
There he is standing in the tree.
What the hell?
Yep.
I've never seen that before, dude.
I am all that is bear. I am bear.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Oh, you know what? Little John and Robin Hood walking through the forest.
That bear will live there forever.
That day.
There you go. You got it.
Oh yeah, there he goes. Look at that big son of a bitch.
They're like
Yep.
big raccoons, man.
They are like big raccoons. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little meaner though. They're a little meaner.
Who's that bear?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Scary Canadian Sasquatch right there.
Elder bear. Elder bear.
Oh
Uh-huh.
man.
Uh-huh.
So Dave, do you you live in Canada?
I live in squalor. Just squalor.
You live in hog squalor, North America, which we all do.
No, really?
Hold on, I live in North America. Isn't Canada and America the same? You know, like America is like the same as North America. Anyway, what I'm getting at is we're all in the same area.
We're all
Well,
Chad Smith, man.
We're all
Chad.
All right.
We're all Chad Smith. But what you see, man, is so much different than I think a lot of people in maybe even Texas see, where like we have a lot of land out here, but there's so much different variation in temperature. So you see like migrations of different animals like elk and like deer. So you kind of know what big animals look like.
Yeah, man. I saw my first grizzly bears a couple months ago. I'd never seen a grizzly bear in the wild, and I saw a mama and two cubs. That was pretty wild. 2 years ago, when I was coming home after I met with you guys in San Francisco, I was driving home on the highway. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and as I'm coming home, and I literally got stopped on the highway because there was like 20 elk standing right in the middle of the highway, and I'd never seen elk before. You know,
they're just playing dice.
Oh yeah. I mean, when I heard 064, I'm like, really? I'm in an elk bingo game right now. Like, come on, somebody get the blackout. Let's go. Right? It's really screwed. What's really screwed in the town where I saw those elk? It's a little town in the mountains called Lytton. If you go to that town today, it no longer exists. It burnt down this summer.
You guys
Someone got mad that they didn't get bingo. Or?
Well, there's a train. So you got the Fraser River, and then you got this big cliff. Okay, because it's like the Fraser Canyon is like the Rocky Mountains, okay, except with trees. And so you got the river way down there, and then you got this cliff, and then there's a railroad track, and then another cliff, and then you got the town. And I guess what happened is when the train was slowing down, its brakes caused a spark, which hit the dry grass, and it happened to be like 122 degrees Fahrenheit in the town that day.
Whoa.
And that grass caught like that. The entire town within 20 minutes was under flames.
My
Man.
Insane.
Yeah. So that town is now gone.
Whoa.
It's obliterated. And the fire that did that one is still burning.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy how things or how quick things can just disappear like that in such a small amount of time.
Let me see if I can get you a picture of it, because this is actually pretty.
Sonny, have you guys experienced anything where you're at this
With the
past
forest
couple
fire?
months? Yeah, this past couple months with the forest fires and stuff.
Yeah. One started again when we went up there. Remember last year we got almost stuck up there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then this year, as soon as I put the trailer up, this time one started just maybe like 500 yards from the trailer, but they got it put out quick. They put 4 planes and a helicopter and like 5 trucks. So it was out pretty quick.
I can't imagine just doing something.
A lot of stuff in Shaver. We lost almost the whole town, but
It sucks.
saved the town. Lost a lot of houses.
Yeah. Our area here, the fire is at about It's about 72,000 hectares right now, which would be the equivalent of about 7,200 or 8,000 football fields.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's big. That's big.
yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy how something like that can
I
start
think-
out of nowhere
I think-
too.
Yeah, dude,
So-
for sure.
Yeah.
The one last year that he was that Sonny was talking about was when they finally got it contained. It was over 400,000 acres.
Yeah, that's massive. That is
Yeah.
just sickeningly massive.
That's
Oh.
ridiculous.
Don't log them, God will.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't let us go up and like cut down trees and use them for firewood no more. You can't do that no more.
They don't log it
But
all.
they
up
just
in
grow and
California.
die, and then when a forest fire starts, man, it's bad because there's so many dead trees just laying in there that they don't let us take. You can't even take a rock. You can't even take a rock out of the mountains. You take a rock home, put it in your garden, yeah, you'll get in trouble. You don't do that.
See,
Don't
around
take nothing.
around here, they will give you a free certificate to go take as many dead trees out of the forest as possible.
Oh, it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because it's those dead trees that are the fuel for the forest fires. It's
Yep.
not the alive trees. The alive
Yep.
trees will survive if it doesn't get too hot. It's the dead ones that burn everything. So like we go in there and we will we literally go in there and we'll clear out a section. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah, that's
Yeah, we do that here too.
What we say here is we got a beautiful forest. You just can't see it through all the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see pictures right out of the trailer door. You've seen all those dead trees that they need to take down.
Right?
Golly. So Dave, we were telling Sonny and them about your gifting spot for Bigfoot, dude.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're around, dude. I don't even know if they made it because the fire
Yeah.
burning in that area. My one gifting site, I haven't had any action since 2017. And my other site, I don't know. I've been out there once this year and nothing happened, which really sucked after an entire winter. And then, you go through an entire winter and then you're hoping, like at least something maybe moved an inch and nothing had moved. I was so disappointed.
They actually sent us a video, dude, of this massive thing, like just scaling a cliffside, and it's pretty friggin' impressive, dude. The speed at which this thing moves and like the size of it from the distance is pretty phenomenal, dude.
I only got one answer for that, and the only thing I've ever seen move that fast is Chad Smith.
Yeah, right. Chad Lightning Smith. I think Lightning might be his middle name.
Yes, dude.
Smith. Uh-huh.
That might be Chad Smith.
I
You
think
guys
it's
might have
Chad
caught
Smith.
Chad Smith on the mountain.
Chad Smith in a monkey suit. That's what it could have been.
Mhm.
Could have been, man. It could have been.
Yeah,
But,
No, I actually
Jerry, I'm sorry.
when I was in studio, I actually saw you guys kind of moving in on that, and that looked kind of impressive, man. Looked real impressive.
yeah.
That's where we hunt all the time, Dave. And like we were telling everybody before, our other buddy Roger, he took a bear 2 years ago, and he's in the record books for here in California. It was 376 pounds. Our bears don't get very big, so that for here that was a big bear. Whatever's on that mountain, if it was 400 pounds, my cousin Don, this is Donnie right here,
doing?
he wouldn't have seen that, I don't believe, unless you're looking for it on a spot with a spotting scope. But he's seen that with naked eyes and then got his phone out to film it. He didn't, that wasn't something he was looking for. He just seen something huge moving on the side of a cliff that's far away. I mean, far away.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's big. It's when it gets to the top of that cliff and you see those pine trees that we have that are growing at the top of these mountains out of the rocks.
Yeah.
That's what we're telling everybody. Those trees only get maybe 25 feet tall, but those are in between 15 and 25 feet tall.
No
And
kidding.
when it gets up to the top, you can size reference and a little bit of reference that way. It's big. It's big.
The last big Bigfoot interaction we had up here was in 2018. And what happened there, guys, is about 25 miles southwest of me, back in 1965, a plane blew up in the sky and ended up crashing, killing 52 people. And today it's still Canada's largest unsolved mass murder. They believe the RCMP believe the murderer was on the flight. And long story short, my buddy Merle and I and our armed guard, because you got to go into that area armed. There's just way too many animals that could kill you in there. We walked in there, and Merle wanted to do a paranormal investigation. So we got paranormal on the mind. And so after about an hour, Merle's like, let's take this little deer trail and see if there's any more wreckage over behind this deer trail. So we take this deer trail, and Mark stays right at the tree line. He's like, guys, I'm going to stay here. You guys go on ahead to that boulder. He goes, I got a good line of sight in case something comes through. Said, okay, not a problem. So Merle and I go across this meadow about 30, 40 yards to this boulder. And we're standing there and just kind of looking around, and all of a sudden we hear this. Right? I look over at Merle, and like, he's a mall cop, okay? So you know how serious he is in life. and I said, did you hear that? He goes, hear what, Dave? I said, did you hear that talking? He goes, yep. And so we call over to Mark. Did you say something? He's like, no. I said, did you hear something? He goes, no. So we're looking around. We're like, hello, can you do that again? And all of a sudden, right? What the hell is this? You know, like, because we're on Paranormal Mind, right?
Yeah.
So then we walk back to take the deer trail back, go to the crash site, and there's this cul-de-sac road where the recovery vehicles had made way back in the day. And Mark walks into the cul-de-sac. I'm kind of in between Mark and Merle, and Merle is at the first piece of crash debris investigating. Well, all of a sudden, like 10 minutes later, Merle starts freaking out because there's something in the bushes right behind him, huffing and puffing and shaking the branches, and so he gets freaked out. So I turn and I yell at Mark, because he's our armed guard. I said, Merle's got something over here. And Mark puts his hand up like this, and I'm looking at Mark's back. And all of a sudden he takes his backpack off and raises his rifle right into the trees in front of him, because there's something coming at him. So now we got the guy behind Merle. We got the guy over by Mark. And guess where the trail to get the hell out is? Right in between. Right? Because there's one trail in and one trail out. And we ended up leaving, okay, because it was both Merle and I joined up with Mark. And Mark's the type of dude, man, where he's one of these avid hunters, and everybody has that guy who's been in the forest for like 35 years. I mean, he used to be a professional tracker of wolves and of yeah. Hey, Willie gave you a super chat there.
Hey,
Thanks a lot, Willie.
Super chat, baby. Here we go.
You know what's funny about Willie? He absolutely hates me. Insults me every chance he gets, but he still listens all the time.
Like the little alligator symbol.
Yeah. UFO Garage trumping SOR. Trying to stir up the bullshit with that $10 super chat there. Drop another. Hey, Willie, if you drop 50, I'll leave right now. If you drop 50, I'll leave.
Oh shit!
Willie, I can be bought, buddy. I can be bought. Drop a $50 super chat, and I'm out of here, man. Yeah. So, anyways, the whatchamacallit, we ended up leaving, but then all of a sudden, like 8 months later, dudes, it hit me because I was talking to somebody about the Sierra sounds that Ronald Moorhead had recorded back in the day. And all of a sudden, what do I hear on that tape? And I'm like, oh my God, that's what we heard in the forest that day. So it was pretty trippy.
Yeah.
Sounds
yeah.
crazy.
I may actually have fingerprints.
Nice.
Yeah, on the ball, right?
I heard.
Yeah, on the ball.
You got
Yeah.
pictures of that?
Yeah, let me find it here.
Yeah, we were telling them that about your gifting site and about how something touched this ball and the coin that you had that moved. Like,
Yeah, well, we ended up putting up a gifting site there last year. Oh, look at Willie. F you, I'm watching the Mariners game. $100 now, Willie. $100 now. You cheap son of a bitch. $100 and I'm out of here.
Love that.
Damn, Dave, they're funny. You're funny, man.
So we put a bunch of toys out, okay? And this is when we left the gifting site the first day, okay?
All right.
You can see the toys up there. There's that big purple thing on the tree, the basketball there. So we right by that tree, there was a dead log, a rotted out log. My buddy's daughter puts an old 1960s worn out nickel on this tree, on this fallen log. Okay, we go back a week later, and the nickel of hers is gone. So we're looking all around, can't find it. And you got to think logically: pack rat, raven, crow, any type of bird, mouse.
Ravens are smart too.
Absolutely. We got a bunch of them here. So nothing happened. We go back a week later, all right, and we're looking around the gifting site and nothing has moved. And we're like, damn it, nothing. And all of a sudden, my son, who's 7 years old at the time, he's standing at the tree and he goes, Daddy. I said, what? He goes, come here. And so I walk over to him. He goes, who put that coin on top of the ball? Now the funny part about that is a 2019 nickel, Canadian nickel, not a 1960s nickel. And, like Bob McGuire, who I really respect, Dr. Bob McGuire, I was telling him about this, but he says, Dave, you're missing the obvious, man. And I said, what's that? He goes, look, when a human goes to put something on something, we're going to make sure that it's not going to fall. That nickel, realistically, it could have been put there by a human, but if it was put there by something else, that's all I'll say, okay, it was meant to be found and found quick, because any rain, snow, sleet, branch from above, deer checking things out is going to knock that nickel off of there.
Yeah.
So it was kind of interesting. So we go back a week later, and this is where I've moved the nickel, and that's where everything is set up. See where the basketball is?
Yeah.
Yeah, the orange thing. Yep.
The orange thing right there. Sorry. All right. So we go back a week later, and the ball had moved to right there.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
So, okay, logically speaking, and wrap.
Sorry.
Wait, do you have? Is that Willie? Is that Willie back there?
Big Willie.
Calm down.
$100, Willie. $100. Anyways, so we go back the week later. The ball has moved. Now you got to think logically: rabbit, deer,
Raccoon.
We don't have raccoons. Have just been spotted here this year. Squirrel, anything could have moved it, right? So I pick it up, and here's where it gets interesting, because when I picked it up,
whoa!
Oh wow!
that was on the other side.
Damn.
Now
It's almost like a.
Is that a full size basketball?
no, it's like one of those dollar store ones, the cheap plastic ones.
Okay.
A little bit bigger than that, Joe. Yeah, about like that. No, about like that right there.
Yeah.
So anyways, about the size of Willie's balls, And anyways, long story short, I touched it because I'm thinking, okay, is that dirt? But I touched it and it was like extremely greasy. extremely greasy.
That's right. There's nothing greasy in the
Right.
forest.
So what was weird about it is that it was greasy, and it was quite chilly that day, and my hands were kind of cold, and I flipped my phone started to slip out of my hand as I'm trying to take pictures. And what I did with the ball is I grabbed the ball, I pulled it towards my chest because I didn't want to drop it, and I grabbed my phone at the same time, pulled the ball away, and the grease wiped off on my sweater.
Oh,
And I'm
man.
like, no. So I don't know what it is. So like Randy Dwelp here, nickel move, Bigfoot confirmed. I know that's sarcasm. That's beautiful sarcasm. And I never said it was a Bigfoot. So let's just be realistic here.
Somebody said it's your beard oil.
It could be. I said $100, Willie, not another 10.
Willie,
Okay.
we'll take that though, dude.
You can't-
Appreciate it, man.
Willie, you can't count. You can't count, Willie.
You're missing a zero.
Right? How am I
Man, that's-
supposed to How am
That's
I
pretty
supposed
cool.
to sing "Wind Beneath My Wings," Willie, when you're not even holding up your end of the bargain again? You don't even qualify for Chad Smith territory.
but he is Chad Smith, though, right?
No, he doesn't qualify.
It's not Chad Smith yet.
No.
Dave, we were talking about it earlier, and I was saying like what they eat, and I would have said deer. So I killed a deer when it was snowing before, and this guy right here gutted it for me. And while we were gutting it and cleaning it out, what I noticed when I was done, my hands were greasy from touching the fat on the deer.
Oh, yeah.
It left a greasy feel, not blood. You know, it was grease, it was like axle grease, like you're explaining,
Yeah.
like greasy feel. Yeah,
Absolutely. And I don't know what it
I can imagine would be covered like that all the time.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I'll never know, you know. I mean, I know what I want it to be, but I can't.
Yeah.
I can't prove it. All I know is that it's kind of really cool. No, Willie is officially banned from buying a Chad Smith T-shirt. If he's gonna cheap ass out and give $10 instead of $100, then I'm gonna not allow him to get a Chad Smith T-shirt.
You know, if
Cheap out from a.
if the Bigfoot was out there putting the nickel on the little thing, that just goes back to show that hey, the dude's a little trickster. Yeah, just doing small little things that you'll notice.
Right,
could
dude.
Basketball
Was
could
it an
just
American?
disappear.
Was it an American nickel that you left?
No, Canadian.
Oh, I was making sure because he didn't need to leave you 2 Canadian nickels for one of those American ones.
No, it's definitely a Canadian Sasquatch for sure. But I'll tell you, man, like I wish for anybody who doesn't believe or even does believe to be able to walk into a forest, into just some remote area, and all of a sudden you find a footprint. I mean, there is something really surreal over that.
That's how that video came about. I didn't believe in nothing.
We have seen here in Fresno, and this was a long time ago, guys. This happened maybe like 15, closer to 18 years ago. Me and this guy's brother, his brother is big. His brother's like 6'3". He's got big feet. Me and him went to the mountains up towards Pine Flat.
Yeah.
And higher, and there was snow on the ground. And when my cousin got into the car, he took his shoe off. He took his shoes off when he got in the car. He has a hard time walking, and he wears motorcycle racing boots.
He broke his back.
Yeah, he wrecked a motorcycle, and it messed him up real bad. But I still take him up there, and he took those boots off. Then he had to get out of my truck to get something and get back in, and he left a big ass footprint in the snow. All right. And it's right on the side of the road. Well, what happened was the snow melted away, and it made his footprint get really, really big. And the newspaper and everything took a picture of this, and it was in the paper. And he showed me, he goes, dude, look at it. And I go, yeah, it's just a footprint, a Bigfoot footprint. And he goes, no, look at where it's at. And I looked, I was like, that's where my truck was parked. And he goes, it's my footprint. And I go, holy shit.
That is stellar.
We never told anybody, but that was actually like somebody thought they'd seen a Bigfoot footprint, and it wasn't real, you know, on the street. We've seen that, and that's kind of always what I expected, is I would be able to explain it if I ever seen anything, anything. I never expected to see it crawling up a mountain, but I can't explain this, Dave. We don't have bears that big in California, and I've never met a man that size. Never. I don't know a man that size that could crawl up a hill, let alone a cliff.
I was hoping that somebody could go through that video and debunk it.
Yeah, like clear it up to where you guys can see exactly what it is. Because when it's crawling up, it's going hand over hand. You can definitely see that. It's definitely crawls like a man, climbs like a man.
I mean, the fact that it's able to make it up that mountain in like a 5-minute time period is fucking ridiculous, dude.
Especially with the steepness.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Like down there is sheer cliff.
Yeah,
just about.
Yeah, we couldn't go up it. There's like I told them, there's none of us that could just go up. We would look up that and go, yeah, that's impossible. Not without climbing here.
Yeah, well, if there's anybody listening that that knows anything about like taking something and making a reference to it graphically, I mean, I think we could figure it out.
Yeah.
But if anybody else like does that and knows how to do it, reach out to us. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Because we're all trying to figure it out, right? Like,
yeah.
I think what you guys have captured is pretty phenomenal. And I want to get to the bottom of it, guys.
Yeah. And just the fact that you guys were saying at a minimum, right? At least half a mile. At a minimum. Could be further. But the fact that you're able to see that thing scaling a cliffside.
Hand over hand.
Hand over hand is pretty impressive. And the fact that when you zoomed in, you notice that it's a dark color, but the hands and feet were like a whitish, grayish color.
Yeah,
is pretty impressive.
That is.
I always thought if I seen one, like if it was going to be real, it was going to be something brown, or that's definitely black with different colored feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And your cousin's like, well, what the hell, dude? I told you this last year, dude.
It takes some time, right? Take some time.
Hey, I'm telling you, I made fun until I seen the video. I was like, holy shit. That's I could see the hands. I could see the arms. I could see it.
Yeah.
It goes back to, man, the world is so big. Who knows everything that's in it,
Exactly.
Very true,
Who
dude.
knows?
Oh, very true. Very true. Sorry, guys. I'm just preparing on my end, too.
No worries.
No, you're good.
Trevor, you said it best, man. Like, the point is we're all curious. We're all going through this life. And you know what's fun is that we don't know everything. And that's the fun part. And we're all trying to figure it out together. And we can have fun with it, or we can have a bad time with it. I think we all choose to have a fun time with it, and try to, get on the same level and, have a good. But you still.
Joe, you still have, Joe, you still look Ben, you still look
Joe. I love you. I love you.
I love you too, dude.
Hey, look at me in the eyes when you say that, Joe. Look at the microphone. Look at me in the eyes.
I love you too, dude.
You look at me when I'm talking to you. You look at him when I'm talking.
Oh, dude. AK Willie. Dude, Willie, thanks again, bro. Dave does kind of look like a lesbian owl.
You are so cheap. You cheap son of a bitch.
What?
Joe and Ben are not stripper money, buddy. Come on. You got to buck up. You got to buck up. I told you $100 and I would leave the room.
That's true.
I think he's doing it in small increments. We're working our way up.
It's $150 now.
Man.
$150 now.
That's $150.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god, guys,
That's
dude,
ridiculous.
you know what's what the best part about this? Like we get to hang out and meet cool people. Anybody that like wants to hang out, just reach out to us and we'll
have you on the show.
We'll have you on the show.
Right.
Literally anybody could show up. Honestly, like, dude, Sonny, you're fucking awesome. Thanks for reaching out and like giving us just friendship and camaraderie. camaraderie ship. Is that a word?
It's a word now.
That's a word now. But
You know,
dude,
man.
It's a George Bushism.
never did I think that you would be the guy that would come out with like some legit, maybe possibly some Sasquatch stuff, because of how much we joke about this shit all the time. Like that'd be hilarious if we actually found some shit, but you did. So
you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do for you guys, Ben and Joe? I'm gonna get you guys to go north, meet up with my buddy Tex, who's gonna take you into the forest there up north, where he gets like Sasquatch sightings all the time.
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
I'm gonna hook that up.
I'm down.
Yeah, Oklahoma has their Bigfoot festival in October 2nd, right? I think.
There was one
that's
in
what
West
Phil
Virginia
was
not
saying.
too long ago.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah, they're popping up.
When is the thing in San Francisco, UFO Con? When is that supposed to be?
Probably the end of February 2022.
Okay.
I mean, if we're not all 1984'd by then, and allowed to
Seriously.
sit in our own houses.
Does that mean we all regress to the age of 19, like physically?
We'll all have bodies like AK Willie after this. $100, Willie. I lowered it.
Man, dude, yeah, man, y'all should totally come out, man. I mean, y'all live in California, so
I'm
It's
going.
not that big of
I
a
already
drive.
told my wife. I said, "You want to go?" She said, "Nope, that's your thing."
Yeah, he
So I'll
wanted
go
me to
with
go
you.
with him.
Yeah.
I said I'll go there just to meet you guys.
yeah, man, both y'all totally
Let's
need
go.
to come out, man. I mean, it's so crazy because like we know people like from the show, and we've known them for like 2 years, and it's like I'm excited to actually start getting to meet some of you guys, man. I mean, it's
Trevor's paying for all of our sleeping bags, so
Yeah, man, for
we
sure.
got it.
They got them
Trevor.
laying all over the streets there. You guys would be good to go.
Yes, man.
True, that's true. There's a lot.
Yes.
There's a
I
lot of
wanted to
sleeping
double
bags.
and crawl in with somebody.
Oh man, they wouldn't
What?
mind. Body
The,
heat.
the Dave Scott tent would be covered in fur, so you know
Oh, yeah.
which one what we're looking at. Yeah,
It'd be swanky.
it'd be swanky, dude. It'd be like Sasquatch fur with like a little sprinkle, like little glitter in it or whatever.
Right?
But hey, y'all, thank y'all for hanging out tonight. I think we're at the end of our little chat and hangout tonight. We've got to figure out a way we can all meet in person. I think me and Joe are working on that, I think, in the next couple of months. So
Yeah, man, that'll be awesome.
the world, if the world provides, we will meet in person. That goes for anybody in the chat too, man, because we're all family here. So appreciate y'all hanging out in the chat. Guys, thank y'all for hanging out and being a part of the show and being a part of the zeitgeist. And we're all just here trying to figure stuff out and be cool to each other and spread the love. You know?
Yeah, dude. Like I said, hey, we're gonna go on a national tour one of these days. We're gonna hit every coffee shop in this country, man. So y'all get ready, dude. We're gonna
No
fucking-
Starbucks.
We're doing big things, man.
Don't forget, man, everyone creates their reality, so everyone have a blast while we're here. You know what I mean?
That's right, dude.
right.
Yes, man. Open-minded clarity. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, bro.
We really appreciate
Look at
that,
that.
man.
Smokes Willie with one super chat. Smokes Willie with one super chat.
Yes, man. Yes.
Thanks for having
God.
us on, guys.
You didn't even notice my name change.
Oh,
What-
$100 to AK Willie.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
hilarious.
God, man.
Boys, I got to run. I got to get ready for my show. Much love to you guys, man. And
Hey, man.
you guys are all good people, great people. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of it. And hopefully we'll see you all at SOR and at the top of the hour.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
bro. Peace, man.
Everybody.
Oh, boys.
See you later,
All right.
Sonny. Hey, Trevor,
careful.
man. Dude, it's been awesome, bro. Thanks for reaching out to us, man.
Yeah.
And
It's been fun.
yeah, we love the chat. Hit us up, man. We're always down to chat. So
Yeah, I think. Does the email still work? Right? All good.
yeah,
Nice.
the email still
Yeah,
works.
I haven't checked it since we've been chatting, but dude, like, dude, we gotta get you back
Hey,
on as soon as
and-
possible, man.
Good luck to the website thing, Ben.
Oh, thanks,
You got it, bro.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah, don't forget to shout your stuff out, man.
We'll
Hey,
do,
yeah.
dude. We'll do. We're terrible at that.
Yeah, we're pretty bad at that.
You got any more shirts like that in the back?
Oh, dude, yeah, it's on our website, dude. UFO Garage podcast.com, man. We're
Nice.
selling merch. Best way to support the podcast, honestly,
That's
just
a clean
like
shirt too.
buying a shirt, bro.
Sonny modeled it for everybody one more
Yeah,
time.
Sonny's
dude.
got one on,
Sonny's
bro.
got one on right now,
Oh,
man.
Nice.
snap.
There
It's
it
got
goes.
that 64
There
on there.
you go. Hey, Sonny, tell that ass I said hi. Yeah, dude.
Trevor, you're
Nice.
our new marketing director, so you
There
know
you
what
go.
to say exactly. So.
Yeah, man, it looks good. I like the little lighting around it too. You know, you can change the lighting with the different shirt colors.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, we got. Oh, yeah. We're on top of it. There you go. This little Vegas vibe, right? There's a little
Hey,
Vegas
there you go.
vibe.
Well,
So, I mean, yeah.
already got the setup.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Nice.
All right, guys. Well, shit, man. This has been a pretty awesome episode.
hell yeah,
for
dude.
sure.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
it was.
Well, shit. We'll just say goodbye to you guys, and we're gonna do a little outro. We're gonna talk shit about you after you guys leave.
Dude, I'm down to hang out whenever, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Y'all are
And
always
we'll hit you
welcome.
up if we find anything else too, man. We'll hit you guys up.
Hey, bro,
thank you.
absolutely. You got my
Thanks for
number.
being, so open-minded, huh?
Hey,
Hell
no
yeah.
problem, man. That's what we're here for. If you ever find anything else out there, I mean, it might be super rare. Send it to us, man. We'd love to chat with you a little bit more about it. And we're going to see what we can do about getting some of that video cleaned up and
Enhance.
dude. Yeah, dude.
Superimpose that shit, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, man. All right, fellas.
All right, boys. We'll see y'all later.
Guys.
See you, man.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Noise. No, noise.
Dude, that was great, man.
Man, what a great little, I feel like we just put on a block party,
Yeah, we did.
you know?
We did.
Like,
Just hanging with the homies, bro.
homies, hanging with the homies, dude.
Yes. I loved it, man. Party,
So
party,
much
party,
fun.
party. Yes, sir. Chad Smith, you know what's up.
Here's the thing. I think I am Chad Smith. I think I am Chad Smith. Hey, we are Chad Smith. We are Chad Smith.
We're
We
fucking
are Chad Smith.
chatting.
We're
and
fucking
fucking
chatting.
smithing.
We're fucking chatting. We're fucking chatting. And we are fucking chatting, and we're fucking chatting over here. We're fucking chatting over there.
Oh my god. Somebody earlier said UFO Garage owns the night, by the way.
Don't tell Dave that.
He's watching right now, dude.
No way.
He's gonna know.
I'm gonna keep my voice down here so he doesn't hear.
Hey, so I'm
Hey,
I'm in the
I'm in.
Hi.
Hey, it's me.
It's me.
See, no one will know what that means, though.
Oh my gosh. Some people may know. Some people
Hey,
may
it's
know.
me, Bob Lazar.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm Bob Lazar.
hey, it's me, Joe Rogan.
Oh my god. So one of our good friends, man, Jim Goodall, he tells the best stories, and some of you may know this, some of you may not. We just want to it's an inside joke,
Nobody
but
knows.
if you don't know about it, we're letting you in on the joke. But man, he tells the greatest stories of
Yeah.
all time. Jim Goodall is
Holy shit.
dude, he's freaking amazing.
We
he
spent-
also just finished his last book. It's called 75 Years of Lockheed Skunk Works. Check it out. It's freaking amazing. He did an amazing job on that book. But yeah, he's just got the greatest stories of all time. He's got a little gruffy voice.
Oh, Willie said Melinda was in here tonight. I didn't even notice that.
Melinda!
Fuck yeah.
I
Melinda!
didn't even notice, dude.
I didn't even notice.
Did she comment?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
Shit.
see?
I was telling Phil.
I feel special though, kind of.
I
If
was-
Melinda was here tonight.
I know, dude. I do
You
too.
just dropped in.
That's
So what's up?
dude. I'll fucking go.
That's fucking cool.
Act natural.
That's right, Chad.
Here's the thing, dude. is we can all, be interested in the subject of UFOs, aliens, and all things weird. But you know what? The one thing that unifies us all.
Are you gonna say farts?
No.
Oh,
dude.
I thought that's where you were going.
Gross, dude.
Towards the end of the show, you get really you get real farty.
Dude, you fucking idiot. You're so dumb, dude. I was gonna say, the one thing that unifies us all is Chad Smith. And we
It
all
is.
know that.
What if like all that empty space out in there,
Yes.
and we're assuming is just pure consciousness,
Right.
is Chad Smith, dude.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with the Chad.
There's nothing wrong with the
I've been a
Chad.
part of the Chad my entire life.
Look, Sage Necro knows, dude. Chad Smith.
I've been a part of the Chad my whole life. There's nothing wrong with being a part of the Chad. Apollo, thank you.
Dude, yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, buddy. We appreciate
Matt,
it.
hold on. Say, hashtag masturbation propulsion technology.
That's right. This one
Here's
of
the thing,
our
is
earlier episodes.
We need to add Chad Smith because he has applied and we did approve his
We need to add
application.
Chad Smith. Yes.
but we just hadn't added his profile and his bio to thefartsacademy.com.
Yeah. You go to thefartsacademy.com.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
I swear.
Hey, remember
Swear.
when we told Lou Elizondo about to the Farts Academy?
If you guys haven't seen our Lou
And
Elizondo
it was like a
episode,
little awkward.
it was pretty funny though.
But he totally took it in stride.
He did.
I respect him so much.
the
for
guy
that,
was
dude.
part of To the Stars Academy, and we asked him if he wanted to be part of To the Farts Academy. So if you haven't seen the Lou Elizondo episode, check it out, man, because we showed him the website and everything.
Yeah,
And he really was digging it. I understand he's got a lot of stuff going on. He can't really just be part of organizations whenever he wants to. But we could tell on his face that he really wanted to be a member
I think he did though.
of ToTheFartsAcademy.com.
Well,
Yep. There you go, Chad. Boom.
There you go.
ToTheFartsAcademy.com. And then just for shits and giggles, go to ToTheStarsAcademy.com. It's so good. It's so good. Tom DeLonge hasn't personally reached out yet, but I know he knows about it. He's got to.
Bro, okay, look. All right. We did this for fun, okay? No one we're just having fun. No one was watching our podcast, okay? Besides ourselves and like two other people. And then all of a sudden we're like at what? Like 15,000 people a month?
Dude, yeah.
A lot of people actually listen to our podcast. Not on YouTube. Like we don't get those numbers on YouTube, but like there's a shit ton of people who know about To the Farts Academy.
Oh, yeah. They definitely do.
So if you want to be a part of Balskin
Company
and Co.
Yes.
Reach out to us.
And we can add you. We're looking for team members.
Well.
We're going to be adding Chad Smith pretty soon.
Chad,
but, yeah.
Chad, send us your bio and well, we'll make your bio up. Just send us your photo. We'll make your photo there.
Yeah, dude. It's got to be black and white.
But here's the
photo.
thing: if
we got to be professional. Dude. If you're going to be on To the Farts Academy team, it's got to be extremely professional.
here's
all right?
here's the thing. Here's where I start. Look, telling the stories of yesterday
Tomorrow.
through flatulence, poots, poppers, farts, booty gas, and beyond.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, well, what's the first button?
Well, do you want to learn more?
Do I want? Yes, I want to learn more. To the Farts Academy of Farts and Science focuses on 3 key areas. Number 1, waft and sniffed.
Stinky little poots.
Stinky little poots. Number 2, develop database.
Of all the farts.
Like this grammar is terrible. Number 3, share with humanity.
These smelly too.
Okay, the button says ask us questions. And it goes back up to the top. It's terrible UI. Terrible user interface.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we go down to an experienced team from across the butt.
Yeah. Because the universe is just one big butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a butthole, and like the reason you can't see the other side is because the butt's curved, dude.
Yeah.
So you can't,
No, you can't see because of the
you'll
butts in
never
the. Yeah, no, like
see the end of the universe. Dude.
look. If you think about it, like, humans are tubes. Humans are tubes. Think about it.
No, I don't know.
No,
Okay, you're right. They are. UFOs.
they're tubes, man. You temporarily you put stuff through your body, and then it eventually gets. You know those little jack off things.
Yeah.
I had like little dolphins in there.
Yeah,
little,
dude.
like blue, like
The original
sparkles.
fleshlight.
The fucking foot.
Yeah, dude. You would get them at SeaWorld.
Those are humans.
That's pretty much what a human is.
That's
dude.
a human.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. To the farts t-shirt, fat base.
I forget
dude,
where I am sometimes.
Wrong one. Chief food scientist. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. And then Ben is the chief fart strategist. So, dude, fat base has got a pretty good point. We need a To the Farts t-shirt.
Yeah. So okay. So now that we haven't gotten in trouble thus far, I feel like it's like we're safe to start making shirts. So can we shorten it as To the Farts shirt? Do we have to do the full logo?
It's got to be TTFA.
Will people get the joke if we just?
I say you go all out, dude.
To the Farts.
You put To the Farts Academy of Arts and of
Farts
and
and
Science.
Wait, what is the actual acronym though? To the Farts Academy of Farts and Science.
Yeah. And if you join the academy, you can earn your bachelor's of farts and science.
I got my BFA.
Yeah, I got my BFA, dude. It's my bachelor of farts and science.
Bachelor of Farts and Science. Everybody knows.
Bro, Chad Smith has a great idea. We need company uniforms like Dickies button-ups. Dude, bro, I wear Dickies all the time. I love Dickies. If anybody that works at Dickies is listening, we'd love to be sponsored by you. And Adidas. And Dr. Pepper. And Whataburger.
Oh, what's happening here? Wait, I'm talking about the show, the Lost show. Hold on. Dharma Initiative. How do you spell initiative? Oh, here we go. 1Z. This is what I'm thinking for the Farts Academy here. But instead of the swan, it's a fart in the middle. Oh, that's not changing it at all.
What if you just hit the glass, what is it called? Magnifying glass?
Where?
Right there on the damn search button.
Where? The microphone?
No,
the search button?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's the same thing as Enter, dude.
Yeah, but you
don't know anything about the internet.
But nothing was happening when you were hitting enter.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
Hey, what happened if you just click on the thing?
What is this? What is this?
I don't know. Why is there just baby things coming up?
Because you put a onesie.
Oh shit! What's the adult version of a onesie?
I think it's called a leotard.
Right?
You just spelled Leah and then put tard at the end. What is this? What is this from? Anyways, what is this?
I don't know, man.
And why is it $50?
I don't know. Fuck. I should just stop.
What is it? What you
Look,
said? This
I'm gonna buy this. What's your credit card? What's your credit card information?
I don't know. What's your credit card information?
Tell me.
You already have your driver's license info on the internet.
Fuck! I'm like gonna also tell everybody what my fucking credit card information is.
Oh, dude, it's a rare find, dude. This item is hard to come by.
Oh my god,
it looks like shit. Who painted that?
Worth it, dude.
Oh man, what show did you say that was from?
Would you say what chode is that from?
What chode is that from?
What chode is it? From Lost.
He's not
It's
gonna.
supposed to be from Lost.
Lost. I've never
Hold
seen
on.
Lost, dude.
Here we go. Upcycled. Here
Once
we
I heard
go.
the ending sucked, I just lost all interest.
Well, Joe,
I'm just saying. I don't watch
no
shows.
one knew that the ending sucked until you said it.
Well, the ending sucks. Apparently, I've never seen
Joe,
it.
stop saying it.
I'm just saying, I've never seen it. But I heard the ending.
Jess
sucks.
is gonna hear you. She's never gonna watch it with me.
Is it good? I watched like 3 episods of it.
Yeah, it's fucking good.
And then, because I don't watch shows or anything.
Hey, Soul Survivor, thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate it, dude.
Oh, it's Trevor. Hey, buddy. Thanks, bro.
Oh, god damn it, dude.
That's awesome. Oh, good night, and it was fun.
Hell
Dude,
yeah,
it was
dude.
so much fun.
We
We
had a great
such
time, bro.
I liked that we all just kind of hung out.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's like the idea of the show is like we are all hanging out in a garage.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And dude, I like Trevor's like his state of mind, you know, like the way he's thinking. I like that. a lot.
Dude, he kind of blew my mind multiple times, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Like-
for sure.
I wish that the lag wasn't a thing, and that's not his fault.
The lag was like good at the end though.
It's Joe's fault for sure.
Or lack of lag, I guess you could say. Will, are you watching Lost right now? You're only on season 4. How many seasons are there of this crappy show?
Okay, all right. Well, Sony's got my damn ID number. Someone's gonna open up some fucking. Well-
Sonny.
Damn it! He's like our like good friend. I'm stealing your identification.
They're gonna be like, your bank's gonna contact you and be like, did you recently purchase 8,000 packets of Orbit gum?
Oh, that was me. Yes, yes, that was me. All right. Well, good thing that I don't live on Earth anymore. I totally changed my identification. Totally changed it, you guys. You can't even go back and pause it. Can't even go back in this video and pause it.
Dude, Will, so you started it like 3 different times over the past decade. Me too. How come you haven't gotten that far? Is it the same reason that I haven't gotten that far? Because you heard the ending sucked and you're like just having a hard time getting into it, or what?
Why are you wait? Why don't you ask me? Because I've seen it.
Oh, Ben. Why did you start it 3 times over the past decade and not finish it? Is it because you heard the ending sucked or what? That's what I thought. It's Sage Necro's asking, do we know what we're doing for the next stream? We never know. That's the beauty of it.
All we like to do is just let the stream flow.
That's what streams do, dude.
Let the stream flow.
They just flow.
Whoa! Oh, idea.
Yes.
Sigencro. Why don't you join us for our next stream, bro?
Dude, hit us up. Hit us up.
Why
Sage.
don't you join us for the next stream, dude? Look. You have a green frog on your thing? Guess what I just saw last night, dude? I went frog hunting. We went hogging and frogging.
Hogging and frogging.
Hogging and frogging. But I'm dead serious. We saw the greenest ass frog. It was a green ass frog,
It was
dude.
a frog with a green ass.
It was a green ass frog.
He said, I don't think so, Tim.
Who said that?
Sage.
He's saying no.
He said no.
I'm inviting you to come on the podcast and talk about green ass frogs. Say no. It's a green ass frog, dude. So that's your mascot.
It looks yellow.
I mean,
It looks yellow.
I said, I don't think so, Tim. I mean, if you don't want to talk about frogs, fine. I'm not gonna force you to talk about frogs.
There's a couple cool people that I have in mind. We'll reach out to them this week. Whatever it is, though, I promise it's gonna kick some ass. Right? They don't always kick ass, but they always kick ass.
But when they do, It's fucking sexy.
Hell yeah, man.
Uh.
Well, shoot, man. Shoot fire.
Hi, shit fire, man. I'll
Shoot.
tell you
Oh,
what.
hey, I was gonna ask you, when you went hog hunting,
Yeah.
did you
Frogging and hogging?
did you use a dog and a knife, or did you use a gun? Damn it. Wait. Now you gotta get that dog.
I gotta get that dog. She's laying right there. Here's the thing: it's not the dog. Nibbler's also the hog.
The hog and the dog.
She's the hog and the dog. Dude, I got the machete and the dog.
I like
This
it,
is
dude.
my hunting dog, dude.
I like it.
Whether you like it or not, dude, she's a fucking killer.
Yeah.
She can sniff out a hog wherever they are, dude.
From
I don't care
miles away.
where a hog is, dude. This pug knows where those hogs are, dude.
Dude, she'll find it. She'll find it. Did y'all hide in trees or what?
Yeah, no, so I hide in the tree and I throw Nibbler from 15 feet plus as she has like grappling style hooks, dude. She's fucking strong, man. Look at her. Look at her. Dude, she's like made of steel. I don't like that dog's face.
Oh my god.
Hey, fuck you, man. This is my daughter.
Dude, fat base. That's why I asked, man, because I've been hog hunting a few times, and I got family members that they'll like sit up in a tree and then they'll wait for the dogs to chase the hogs down into like this little ravine, and it's got like a little rock wall at the end of it. And as soon as they get there, they jump out of the tree and just cut its throat, right? And that's how they do it. They just do it with dogs and a knife. They have like pistols in case they need them. But yeah, it's it's pretty wild, dude. It's like some old Yeller shit.
I feel like Nibbler's very like she's judging you a lot.
She's always judging. Nibbler, why are you judging us, dude? She's having a good time. That's her happy face, dude. She's happy right now, bro.
She said, I don't like that dog's face. You know what Nibbler says? Fuck you, man.
That's so funny, man. I love that. Not only did he reject your offer to be on the show, but he doesn't like your dog's face.
That's fucked up.
Sonny says that's what he saw going up the mountain. It was Nibbler.
Y'all are fucked up, dude.
Dude, Sage says it's
Wait
evil,
till-
bro.
wait
Your
till
dog's,
you
your
realize-
dog's face is evil.
Wait till who's the wait?
Sage.
No, Sage. Oh my god. Wait till you realize that pugs actually started consciousness on the human plane. They taught us history and math. Then the Bolognians, dude. Watch Futurama, dude. You'll change your
God.
mind.
That's hilarious, man. That makes me laugh so much.
I don't like the way it's looking at me.
Oh man.
Okay.
All right, dude. Well, that's it for me, man.
Yeah, man,
This
that
has
was
been a
so
great
good.
episode. That
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. I love just getting to hang out with people, listeners, and just people that are in the chat room, man. Yeah. Y'all come back next week and stuff. We'll have another one,
Yeah,
man.
what else do we say?
I
Like,
think
yeah,
we're gonna
come
make
back
it
and-
I think we're gonna make it a humdinger next week.
Oh, 100% next week is gonna be insane.
So don't be disappointed if it's just Ben and I that show up.
But wait, they don't know that next week how insane it's gonna be. You remember? Remember the thing? Next week? Do you not remember?
Oh,
See, now you're getting it. Guys. Okay, it's a possibility that we're gonna fucking all right. We've been working on this for a while. and it might happen next week. And if you do show up and watch it live, we can't really like put it on our podcast. We have to only do it live. So you have to show up live. I'm not going to say any more than that. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next week.
Heck yeah, man. Well, you know, this has been another episode of UFO Garage. We'll see you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday.
Yeah. Well,
Thursday. Love you guys.
take it easy.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And then click the button.